Yeah. I know what it is. It's Sunday. It's TK the Poet. You already know, so you ain't gotta. Yeah. Y'all should know the rest of it by now. Stop playing. Get my lessons right. But it's Sunday. How was your day? That was cool. We got some good topics. And let's get it on. Hey, what's going on with y'all, man? Y'all already know it's TK Poet. You already know it. So you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Yeah, I wrote it. We got some good topics going on. But also, let me say this. Shout out to Poetry Life. Poetry Life, the group. It's on Facebook. If y'all didn't know, now y'all know. Facebook, Poetry Life, the group is growing. Hey, I'm getting people joining every day. We up to 30, 43. Hold on, we got people. Call me. Hold up. Chill. I'm on live. Chill. But yeah, the Poetry Life group is growing. We having people join daily. People are interacting more, and this is what we do. We put on for Poetry Life. So shout out to all the poets out there. Hey, if y'all inspired to be poets, y'all want to get your bars off, whatever. Come up here, y'all. Hey, get your feet wet. You know, my platform is your platform. Hey, there's no discrimination. You can go up here, get your bars off, and see what the people think about it. Oh, we got a couple things that's going on. We have event Sunday. We have event Sunday. Not Sunday. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. We have an event September the 2nd. It's September the 2nd. Yes. Hey, y'all, yeah, if y'all enjoyed what happened last year, that's gonna be that times two. Last year y'all came out for the poetry and comedy event. It was live. It was fire. Y'all laughed. You cried. All that. Y'all threw panties and everything. Shout out to Fuchsia. Hey, Fuchsia in Arlington. Hey, y'all gotta hit that place up. Shout out to her. But yeah, it was live. But we gonna do that times two. We have dope poets like we have the Did It Done. We got exclusive. We have Eric Curry. We have Microphone McFan. We have dope poets. We have Nikki Royale. Hey, we have dope poets that going go to that stage. Hey, and we have a new era where we're gonna have it in, man. Right into the flyers drop. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. We're gonna bring more entertainment to the DF Dub, and we're gonna show you how we're gonna do it right with Poetry Life. So also, we got our merch coming. Check out the merch. We have shirts. We have, we're gonna have a whole bunch of things that's going on. So, support the culture. This is the culture. This sports like we are the NBA. So, I'm gonna bring up, a special person right now. We're gonna bring up exclusive to the flow. Hey, what's
Happy
going on?
Sunday. What's good? Happy Sunday.
Hey, we here.
What'd you say?
I said we here.
Yeah. How about that? And amen.
Look,
It's good to be
look,
amongst the land of the living and the free.
look.
Let me
What
tell you
what you
something.
mean?
What? Okay. All I'm saying.
Whew.
Shout out to Poetry Life. We had an amazing time yesterday. Oh my gosh, we've been having an amazing time every time we have been getting together. But it was good to show love to somebody new. So shout out to Microphone McFan for even coming out and hanging, although he was only boy in the group, but he still represented. Everything was peace, love, and happiness and positivity. So yeah, I enjoyed myself. I'm just excited at everything that's going on with Poetry Life and just watching it shoot off to the sun and beyond.
Look that way. I mean, y'all look like y'all really enjoyed yourself. Like, I was like, man, y'all they was having fun.
Here's the thing, we're girls, right? So I mean, by default, we want to take selfies. We want to get in the photos, we want to get the good angles, we want to do all that. So yeah.
Look, Look, did y'all did it in recording? Y'all somebody got their phones out recording anything?
Ah, of course. We didn't do no work. Come on now. We got you to make us work. No, we did a lot more kind of meet and greet, just kind of where
Okay.
everybody's coming from, where everybody's going, did some looking around the area, just kind of landscaping and getting some ideas now that we're kind of, we've been adding pieces for this showcase in September. Shout out to the showcase in September. I'm excited about that. So yeah, just kind of getting some Q&A out the way. You understand? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
kind of getting to know. I mean, we're still getting to know each other, and so right now we're at the bonding phase. You know what I'm saying? And the more we hang out, the more we have those one-on-one. Shout out to the Don for driving up and down the road.
Yeah, shout out to the Diddy
Yeah.
Don.
So the more that we spend time together, the more we become cohesive. And so I think at this point, we're just strengthening that bond, so that we can get to that place where we don't have to say anything and still communicate with each other, body language and eye contact. So again, we had an amazing time. We did. We had a good time.
Well, we're talking about amazing time and talking about the man in the hour that was there, Mr. Microphone McFinn. Hey, what's
What's
going
going
on?
on, family?
Hey, what's going on,
Nigga,
man?
Not much.
showed us
Just
love
chilling, bro.
yesterday. He
Hey,
was
you gonna have to send me a couple pictures so I can make a flyer so I can introduce you the correct way into poetry life, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I do just that, man. Although I hate taking pictures, but they squeezed a couple of them out of me yesterday. So
he did.
you know,
And
yeah,
I mean, because who wouldn't want to be posed up with the ladies? Like, we had our good clothes on. We had, you know what I mean?
we had good fun, good conversation. We talked about a little bit of everything from poetry to music to,
Yeah.
our lives, like, how everybody, the road we traveled to get here. So it was dope. I enjoyed it.
I'm
So I
glad.
got a question for you, Mr. Microphone McFinn. So being in amongst poetry life, how was that? What was your expectations?
Um, it kind of made me miss home, man. I called on my way home, on the ride home. I ended up calling some poets that I hadn't spoken to in forever because I just missed that sitting around chilling. Like with it's different. It's different from chilling with like family and friends and coworkers and poets. So
Mhm.
like being able to chill with poets is like a different. It's just a different energy altogether.
Right.
Um, because the conversation is different, the energy is different, the camaraderie, like the bonding is just it's just different. So I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So like on my way home, I called a poet, Rain. I hadn't spoken to Rain in since maybe 4, 5, 6 months. And
Mm.
she did a poem for me over the phone on the way home, and I was all excited. And I came home ready to write, and I just don't. I missed that feeling. It made me want to go to an open mic that same night. Like I missed that good energy. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Right, man. I'm gonna bring up one more person. Miss Nikki Royale. She's in the building, and we got Finn the Human.
What's
You
up?
know, it's about to be a party. Hey, we waiting on the Diddy Duns. Hey, I know she's gonna pull up, man. And Eric Curry say he's pulling up for show.
And did. I'm excited.
Yeah.
What's going on? How y'all? Good old hot
Well,
Sunday.
Girl,
all right.
dad.
Just talking about how much fun we had hanging out.
Right on.
Hot it is indeed. I didn't even bother to draw on an eyebrow. Yeah, I said, hey, look, if
Look,
you know what I look like when you roll over, minus this hair, take off this hair, make it a bonnet. I am she because just know it's hot.
look,
It was
So,
only
look.
it was
I,
only like it was only like 82 degrees here today.
Man, it's 182 here.
shit.
look,
Nothing.
look. Mm-mm. Look, I
Hey,
had to
Finn, where
move.
you at, bro?
I had to move my grandmother this morning.
Oh,
It was so hot.
uh,
I hate moving people. I really do. But it was for my big mama, so I had to do it. But I'm like, I hate moving, especially in the summertime and it's hot. Look,
Like, I'm gonna pay somebody to move your baby. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Passed
I'm with you
out.
on that. Somebody finna get these coins because moving is this ain't it.
look, and I had the straps. We were carrying like 9 boxes at a time. Had the shoulder straps, and it made it a little bit easy. But I'm like, it was hot.
You know,
Mm-mm.
I
Look, yeah, I worked out today. I worked out. You know what I'm saying?
See,
Oh, hold up, wait a minute. I be speaking things into existence. I said, where was the done? And the done pulled up. Where did she go, man? Where did the
Yay!
done?
My fault, y'all. I'm late. I'm so sorry.
you
it's
good?
all
Yeah.
good.
I got
Unacceptable, Don.
I was,
We start at 7:30 on the dot around here at Poetry Life Real Talk, and
no,
this tardiness unacceptable.
that's on me, baby. That's on me.
Somebody lying. Don't even look here.
Ain't nobody.
No,
We intend to start at 7, but we be on mulatto time. Some of us
Yeah.
bro.
are punctual, and some of us are on CP.
I was making. Oh, I ain't gonna cap. I was making a clip for Poetry Life, and then
And I just saw that. That was dope.
yeah,
I like how you did that. Flopped out the references
yeah.
because I could not remember who I was supposed to be.
Rock. No, yeah, I had to do that. And then I did kind of walk past the BET Awards a little bit. And Coco Jones, that's like our generation artist. So Coco Jones, she performing in water, nigga. Like, I was like, oh. So I kind of was stuck.
Hey,
Yeah, water? Oh, I have to go back and catch that.
Let me go ahead and turn this on real quick and just see. I don't believe it.
our generation thing. You always saying, Don. What is our generation?
Okay, because we grew up on Coco Jones, like from Disney. Okay, so I watched her from Let It Shine on Disney to now. So like she's our artist. That's not an artist. I'm claiming her. That's what I mean.
Okay.
I'm claiming her.
Her.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
I have no
Nah, me neither. So I'm gonna find out.
But okay, in Nikki's defense, she knows like every artist, so she's gonna know everything I talk about anyway. But I'm gonna put her out there because I know none of y'all know her anyway.
Sings that song, something about your hands on my body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, her voice is love. I love her voice.
Let me go look this Coco Jones person up.
Yeah, I ain't
Exclusive.
heard of her.
Give her flowers, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all. After today, yeah, like for real.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Watch it. She on there.
Look.
Oh, I know who she is. Yeah, that's why I know her from Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
She was on Fresh Prince.
The new one.
She was
The
Hillary.
new one. I haven't seen
Yeah,
the
she's
new one.
Hillary.
Oh, that's Hillary. Oh,
The new Hillary,
I
yeah.
haven't seen the new one.
oh, I didn't even know that.
See,
Yeah.
So wait a minute, you haven't seen the new Fresh Prince?
Yeah, I seen the new Fresh Prince, but I didn't know that's who we were talking about.
That's Coco.
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to somebody else said they never seen it before.
Me, I haven't. I don't really watch TV, dead ass. Like my TV is off pretty much all day, unless I get up because I want to see something like catch up on some news, or I just need like a different type of vibe in the atmosphere, like a family
Different
feud,
energy.
like crime
Okay.
series. My TV's generally off unless I have a specific reason to turn it on.
Exclusive. I'm with you because I got a big screen. I ain't even take that motherfucker out the box yet. That bitch just still in the wrong box.
I mean,
So you know what? I'm definitely a movie series, like series and movies. I'm a movie person. Like I think I talk to my mom and my daughter at least once a week. We gonna all share a movie or something that we should all watch. Like that's the conversation we have on a regular basis.
Yeah.
now I'll do that if somebody bring it up. Like, I mean, I had a watch party assignment, whatever, Avatar. Shout out to
way of the water.
for doing the review for Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it came on Disney Plus, it was like, make sure you watch Avatar. And I was like, all right, bet. So I finally got around to watching it. But once the movie was over, I turned the TV back off. Like, I'm just real particular about what I feed my eye gates and my ear gates, and a lot of it just seems to be a lot of garbage these days. So I feel like I can get to the points and the moral of the story faster, probably on the internet with clips or news updates, stuff like that. I don't know. That's just me and my
Well,
older.
see, you know what? You know what? That's ironic because under that same vein is the reason I do not watch news, because the news is very like what's wrong in the world, and then local news is what's wrong in your area, and in the state news. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll give 5 or 6 negative stories and then one good story, and that's a reason that I don't. We had talked about that actually about what do you call them? The you know, the woke people. All they have is like negative, the conspiracy theorists and all. I just don't have the energy for a lot of that. Like you said, my ear gates, I try to keep. You know, like that's why I can't watch news.
Yeah. I like to
don't
be
watch
in
the
my
news,
head
definitely.
sometimes. Some people scared to be in their head. And don't get me wrong. Sometimes I travel. I get in there, get a little deep, got to come out, cut on Family Feud, break it up a little bit. But I don't mind. I don't mind my own company. Well, you know what I mean? So like, I'm not trying to distract me from me. Sometimes I need to figure out what the fuck going on out here so I can sort out some shit respectfully. So I don't mind being in the quiet. If I want to talk, I'll talk. I got 7 grandbabies who know how to use tablets, at least 4 or 5 of them. And they will call Gigi all day about nothing. Or the kids will call all day about nothing. So, I mean, conversation I can have. But, yeah, just to sit in front of the TV for no reason.
Plus, a majority of these movies that come out recently are shit. They have no plot line. They have no storyline. They have no character development. It's just all fucking action porn or visual porn, and they suck.
And
Hey, I'm an action junkie, and I watch some good ass action movies.
Look,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
me and wifey, we watch movies and TV shows all the time. We just be sitting watching TV. We be in, so you know.
We do. I do too. Shit. Listen, hey, murder who? Listen.
Now you give me a good Law and Order, Law and Order NCIS or something like that, and I catch a marathon. Oh, I'm glued to it because I'm trying to figure out who did it, how, who got away with it, how. Disclaimer, just in case, allegedly, all of that. I'm with it.
So you know what?
Mine be the real.
That's my favorite movie. My favorite movie is something where I'm watching it and I thought I had it figured out, and at the end it's like, oh, I didn't, you know, like a good twist. I love a good plot twist. I love a good, like you said, a storyline. Who done it? I'm trying to figure it out the whole time. Like that type of stuff I love. Those are the movies I love the most.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Y'all got stuff. Y'all got suggestions of stuff that y'all watch or series or whatever like that. Drop it to me. I'll probably watch it. But yeah, it has to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Because I feel like everything else is just gossip, negativity. It's a bunch of cattiness. Then you got a bunch of cookie cutter people. They think that's how life works. How you supposed to talk, interact with people.
Well, I watch a lot of the real stuff, like you know, real stories that's going on, like when people be, you know, killing their folks and all that, like the Murdoch family, you know what I'm saying? Like
you like Snap?
Snap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I watch Snap.
You like Snap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Snap.
I watch all of them.
Mm-hmm.
A clinical psychologist said you need to watch out for people who relax watching true crime stories.
Yes, look, they ain't been putting that meme out there for the past week or what have you. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I know what to do and what not to do.
That part.
Yeah.
Mostly from watching those. No.
That's funny.
Look, it is what it is. But yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna take this one back real quick. I'm gonna just throw this out here, since we're talking about shows, and this one was kind of like an off-brand. It wasn't like a whatever. I just want to see who watched Lovecraft Country, and what was your thoughts about that?
I
didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? Okay, so Lovecraft Country was like it was real like black activist ish, but then it was also
Lovecraft.
way
They,
out there. Like it
they
was
Lovecraft based, but based in the 1950s and ish in the
Yeah, I
time.
didn't watch it.
yeah,
I didn't
it
watch
was
it.
weird, but it was also like eye opening. It was just different. That's all. The only reason I brought it up because it was like really different.
No,
Yeah.
I ever seen
Never
that?
heard of it.
It's called Them. It was on a Prime Video.
I seen them.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Ooh, that was scary too. Oh man. Oh, but the lead character fine is. Oh my god.
Is he light skinned?
No, he was dark skinned this time, but he was.
Oh,
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, all right.
But no, that movie, that show was so scary, and it really was like, I don't know, man. I couldn't watch it even in the daytime. I had bad dreams.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, that stuff is spooky, bro. And they had a lot of blackface on there. They had a lot, anything racist that you could think of was in that show. It was.
That's why I didn't watch it because I just
But it
didn't,
was
I just didn't have the energy for
like
that
it was
shit.
kind of like they was getting with, you know what I'm saying? They was getting with them, so it kind of was like, I don't know, it was like a story that we want to see, kind of thing. So it was good.
Yeah, I have a hard time watching overly racist TV shows or movies.
I don't go for
It's
that.
just like I just can't do like another Roots. I can't do. I already know about it, and I already don't like white people. Like I'm on the edge. Like you know what I'm saying. So like I don't want to come out with a chip on my shoulder tomorrow because my boss is, he cool. You know what I'm saying. So I don't want to have no chip on my shoulder.
Pause, McFan. Pause, man. What you say?
So no, I'm saying like I can't.
Wait a minute.
I can't watch overly black stuff, man. I can't watch this shit because I already.
My big bro is on the pie right now. You saying some crazy stuff right now.
Who you talking about, Finn?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Finn with us. That motherfucker don't count.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm with it.
Finn don't
Yeah,
count.
Finn with us.
He's been saying that.
No, Finn with us. He don't count. No, and it's to me. It's not even like I can't say who you was raised around because I can tell who you were raised around, but I can't even say it's who you raised around. It's just like the way you look at yourself and you look at other people. You don't really see a separation. Other people see a separation, and you know what I'm saying. So like they try to act like they don't, but you can tell they do.
Yeah, I mean it's a part. Whenever you hear somebody talk about like I don't see color or some shit like that, they fucking lying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
lying. And that's some old white supremacist ass talking points and shit like that. Yeah, you don't see that because I can be completely unbiased and non-judgmental, but I see people for who they are. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
That's true. That's very true. We do see color, and it's just a human thing. Everybody's human, but it's about discrimination. Like when you get to our discriminatory factor into it, then that's when you could be right or wrong. So, but we do notice it.
No doubt.
See,
I mean, I don't know though. I think that it also, to me, a part of it is like having the privilege, using the privilege, and then acting like it's not there, versus seeing it and acknowledging it and just moving like you would normally move in life. Like some people don't sit there and purposely try to take advantage of the fact that they can get ahead in life, or they, you know what I'm saying? They're just not included in that privilege. Some people just not included. All white people aren't created equal, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? They're not all included in that privilege.
It's weird that you say that, man, because back in Dallas, I had no experience of it. My whole life in Dallas, I never experienced it. I couldn't tell you what the fuck white privilege was. I moved outside of Dallas, and then I could start seeing the differences. And it's just, I don't know. I think when you get away from a place that you're from and you're not known, and it's a different thing, you do notice the difference. Like when I moved to Georgia, there was a noticeable difference in the way people interact.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, but yeah, Georgia is definitely like a southern racist hold, like a stronghold. Though.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so they ain't let go. They didn't let go at all.
I mean,
But
like,
yeah, like you said,
shit.
like in Dallas, it's a little different. But that also depends on where you at, who you with, your crowd, and whatever.
Yeah, because Texas is the is a racist stronghold as well. They don't let go of stuff either.
But it depends on where you
I've
go. You
heard
know
that.
what I'm saying? It's,
Yeah, because
yeah.
I said I've heard that before.
Yeah.
If you're outside of Dallas, Austin, and
Dallas.
Houston,
Yeah.
it is real.
Exactly.
It
That's
is real.
Really?
Yeah.
But when you're in the three major cities, it's really diverse.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is correct.
But you go 45 minutes outside that motherfucker, you gonna see some shit.
You're gonna
Okay.
yes, bro.
Right. In any direction, you drive 45 minutes in any direction.
Yeah, you gonna see some shit.
And they starting to build further out and further out. You know what I'm saying? Like houses and stuff like that. You better watch out.
So you know what though? That's what I think though. I think that eventually it's going to have to get to a point with everybody dating all these different races. It's gonna have to get to a point where that shit just becomes old. But for a lot of people, it hasn't become
get
old
rid
yet.
of so many. Because you gotta realize a lot of people that were like that, they are still around and they still in power. You know what I'm saying? Like they hold these offices until they fucking 90 years old and they're in these debates falling asleep.
That's real.
Right.
But I mean, but
That's
you
real.
see it get slightly better every generation. Slightly better.
Slightly.
Yeah, slightly. And so it's like my granddad's generation was, pre 1950.
Yeah, they were horrible.
Completely different fucking life. My dad's generation was in the 60s. So, it's a different. I mean, it's still there, but it's not as bad. It's the Jimi Hendrix free love type shit. You know what I'm saying? And you have my generation, and so I mean, it gets slightly better with each generation. And tell those
the kids tired.
Die off, man. It's just kind of still prevalent.
It's gonna be still a minute because the kids, like my kids' age and stuff like that, and younger, like they over it. Like they don't like it. Like I've heard them talk about it. Like they don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, if you notice a lot of like our children's generation, well, like not my children's generation, but like the youngest generation coming up, and even a generation after them, like even in the teens and 20s, a lot of them are really colorblind for real. Like a lot of them date outside their race, and we're not just talking about white dating black. We're talking about blacks dating Asians dating, Indians. Like a lot of them is just like, they're really putting us to shame, actually.
Shout out to a lot of they feel more free to do that. They feel a lot more protected, I feel like, than a lot of people did, or we may have people before us. You couldn't come outside, obviously. Think about we just were, kind of in the season of Emmett Till and the lady that passed away behind that. There were you just weren't allowed. It was way too. If we catch you, we hang you right now. There's no consequence to that. So I think that there's certain freedom with the freedom, or a certain liberty with freedom that kind of all cultivates together. It's like me as a parent is not going to tell my child, oh, you can only date within our race or our generation, or you can only do this or only do that. So they then become freer. And then when they teach their children then become freer. So
I definitely had that conversation with my daughter though. And it wasn't about color. Our conversation was not about color. It was about, I don't want you being somebody's I only date black women. I don't want you to be that black woman. Now, if a guy dates, various different women, he had dated black women before, he had dated white women, Asian women, Chinese women. I have no problem with you dating outside their race then. But don't become nobody's experiment or a trophy or I want to see. Don't be that. Don't let him date your race.
Hey, hold on for a sec. I have to bring up one person real quick. He been in backstage for a second, but have to bring up Mr. Pastor Eric Curry. Yes, he's in the building. He's in the building.
Hey, been a minute.
Oh, he
Oh
jumping.
no!
Don't run. Come back here.
It's been a
What's
month of
up? What's up?
Sundays.
What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Hey,
Hey,
what's going on?
say.
Alrighty, what's going on, bro?
Hey man, I'm feeling good, man. Glad to be here amidst all these wonderful and beautiful people.
Oh,
Yeah.
I miss you too.
You have been
Hey,
missed. You have been missed.
you
Oh
have.
my gosh.
We've been talking about you every pod. What's up?
Hey, I
Right.
appreciate that. I've been watching. I've been keeping up. You know, I got sick for a little bit, and then
Oh man.
we had some things going on with the fam, with the kids. Everything is worked out. Everything's good.
Okay.
So I'm excited to
Wonderful.
be back with y'all, man. And it's good to see y'all, man. What we talking about here, huh?
Yeah, let's get the topic going. We got the topic.
Hey man, hold up. But Eric Carey, if you didn't know, we have a new addition to the team. Mr. Microphone McFan. He doing Poetry Life, man.
Oh, McFan is with us
What's
now.
going on, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing, McFan?
Shout out to the
McFan, I'm a
ladies
fan,
for
McFan.
What's going on,
We
man?
got him in there. We got him in there.
Most definitely reeled them in. The ladies most definitely reeled them in.
We brought him in. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
shout out to Team Girl,
Nice.
Team Queens.
I got a chance to hear some of your poetry, Mr. McFan. So I'm excited to have you with us on the team, brother.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then it's crazy, man. Somebody just ran across me, like one of my old people, and just asked me, man, dog, you still? I'm like, man, I guess I'm still doing. I don't know, but apparently I am.
That's a fact. You are. You're not in retirement. Like, we brought you out. You're out.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
You was just taking a break.
Yeah, according to Don, I don't got no choice.
Nah. We discovered yesterday that Don is slick. Don will have you. Don will get in your pockets.
Oh, she will talk.
I'm a saleswoman.
Listen.
Don done talked us into buying like 8 different dinners at Glenn's Kitchen, and we wasn't even like hungry. Like we came
Right.
$40,000 worth of
big,
stuff
okay?
we wasn't even looking for.
Everybody had 4-5 meals leaving.
None of this is free.
What you get? Oh, I got this. Oh, I thought you said you was gonna get. Man, I was. And then here's how slick she was, right? She didn't even let us walk to the counter by herself. Like every time we got up and went to the counter, she would get up and come over, and then she would lean over to us again. So I'm gonna get. You not gonna get that?
Like a pimp in your ear. What is she? She was like a pimp in the ear.
McFan went up there. Me and Nikki started talking because that's when we recognized the shit, right? McFan was at the counter for about 45 minutes. What are you ordering? Like, what she got you? We didn't.
I was good. The only thing I got was some ribs, some sides, a piece of cake. I did really good.
He did. Because baby, she folded me like a damn chair. Okay.
I tried to get him to get the turkey leg, and he wasn't getting the.
I know, we was listening. I was like,
I said, "Oh, turkey leg." Look, we steadily recollected. Oh, turkey leg sound like a good idea. Oh yeah, fried. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, you.
Don dangerous at that register, at that counter.
Right.
Okay. I ordered my food before she got there.
Was it good though?
Yeah, mama, yeah. Listen.
Nikki went 2 days in a row.
Yesterday, I had a piece of fried salmon that tastes like the salmon.
I didn't go 2 days in a row.
Yeah, it was some fried salmon that was ridiculous.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I put them on. I put them on everything.
It was a fried salmon fillet. But
I put y'all on everything. Literally.
Man, it was everything. Fried shrimp, fried salmon. It was hitting everywhere. Here, and here.
I had that chicken Alfredo this time. I still got some chicken wings though, so I did 2 plates instead of 3 this time.
Hey, I do my part. That's all I'm gonna do.
I mean, and do definitely public relations and advertisement and sales.
Yeah, my dad would be so proud right now. money. Get that money.
Saturday. We ain't gonna never see. We gonna have to come there on purpose.
Look,
Come in here. Bring the people in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be there next Saturday. Just FYI.
Hey.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
Definitely.
y'all know where it is. Y'all know it's the spot.
Be there.
It's the spot.
And I brought my sister, so she gonna bring some.
And right. She was good with her food too.
Hey, let's get it.
Hey, there go April. What's up, April? Is she with us today?
Period. Hey, chick.
Hey,
She
and
said join the marketeer.
Poet too, so I'm poetic. It's just too much. It's too much.
And hold on, Miss April, I haven't forgot about you. I've just been busy. I got your shirt. Trust me, I got you. I've been busy. I got you.
We got to get
Did
Mick
y'all
on the
know
shirt
that
too.
people vote for her on that?
Yeah.
That chef food? Yeah. She's a part of some chef competition, man. Y'all should go vote for her on that shit, man.
Oh yeah. Look, I voted. Hey, I voted.
April for April.
Let me go. I need to do that. I'm gonna check that out.
I saw something on her page too, and I felt like I followed it, but it's on Peacock. Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna definitely do that, April.
Yeah, vote for April, man.
Can she drop it in the group so that I'll be able to whatever it is?
I think I did see something about that, and I didn't think I understood what was going on. So yeah, I probably just didn't read it right, but definitely it's on her page.
Okay. Mm-hmm. April. I have to go to her page. Yeah.
What's the topic, TK? What's good? I'm ready. I'm like,
okay.
what are you doing?
Oh my God! There we go.
Oh my gosh! Oh, time out. Can I say something right quick? I need to figure out what the glitch in the matrix is, because when I'm trying to share to my Facebook Live, everybody's not able to see Poetry Life from our lives from my page. So I'm not sure if the disconnect is me, if it's the page, if it's me to you or them to you, but I just want to put that out there. I've been trying to share from YouTube, but I cannot share from Facebook. Like everybody can't see it. So I don't know if it's having that issue, but it's definitely a glitch in the matrix.
Let me see. You should be able to share it and go live from your page.
I've been sharing it from your page, TK.
I share it from your page. Yeah, I don't go live from my page. I don't even know if is that possible?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you're the only person who's able to go live. So we all have to filter from you.
Yeah. Or on Twitter, or in a group. We're for like 5 different places. But shout out to everybody. Come here. Yeah. But listen, I have a topic though. You know what I'm saying? I seen this in the movie. And it was this married couple, but he asked his wife for a contract.
Oh wait. Ooh, talking about 50 Shades?
No. It is. I forgot what the name was. But they married, but his wife is a business woman, and he feel like she didn't have enough time for him. So he said, "Here, look, I want to give you this contract." Do you think that's wrong or right in a relationship? Is that a problem if your significant other say, "Look, I want to write out a contract and I want you to sign it"?
What are the terms?
I mean, well, they really didn't just tell me what the terms was, but I can think that they were like, well, I need this certain amount of time from you, or I need this day, or I guess because he wanted her time, so I guess the contract was like, look, these are the terms and conditions for us to stay married. Like, here's a contract. Will you be willing to sign it?
It's a little.
Isn't a marriage contract to begin with?
I mean,
come on, fam. Yeah, marriage.
I mean, yes,
I'm saying marriage is a contract to begin with. You're
right.
signing the contract saying that you're gonna love and hold and build until death do us part. That's your contract. What other stipulations that go into that part? Well, yeah, but the stipulations that go into that is how does that person need to be loved? If I need to be loved in this way, I'm gonna put it in words so you know. So there's no misunderstanding about it. In my contract, this is the way that I need to be loved by you. I need this amount of time. I want to have these children. I want our life to go in this direction. And the woman can put her stipulations on there too in her contract. But I mean, that's what a marriage is. contract.
Right.
Now that's
That is
fact.
true, but I mean, are we going that petty to say like you got to spend, 12 hours of me separated into 6 days, 2 hours each? Like, is that how specific we getting into our marriage?
Why not? Because my thing is, aren't we all going into a relationship with an unwritten contract anyway? Like, this is the way I want to be loved. And this being on paper seems a little weird and just a little extreme, but we're all going into it wanting to be loved a certain way. And it's better to communicate that in whatever form you want to communicate that.
So
good answer.
I don't agree with it.
Talk about it.
Talk about
Here's the thing. If you are engaging and being married to somebody and you put detailed stipulations on what they should do based off of need from them, so my question then becomes, what happens when they don't do what's in the contract? Do you leave? And if that's the case, why get married if you're going to find yourself in a situation where there's a possibility that there's a broken contract and then you decide to leave? I think that the purpose of marriage is for two people to be able to come together and to be in holy matrimony unconditionally and to be able to accept them as they are. We put too many expectations on people to be what we want them to be, and we don't accept them for who they are. I think there should be a level of understanding of what you desire of them, but if they fall short of those desires, that doesn't mean that you get to leave. No, it means that you get to endure. So that's how I view that.
Yeah, because I feel like you should be able to feel
That
free
sounds
in your marriage.
great in theory.
I feel like I feel like it's all a contract. I feel like from day one, A1 conversation, it's a verbal contract off the dump. You're telling somebody what you like, what you dislike, what you expect, what you're looking for, what you're attracted to, not attracted to. And based off of how woven that blanket becomes, you now want to cover up with it together. Going to the altar is just putting the government seal on it, or depending on your religion or whatever. For me, it's going to the altar is putting God's seal on it or whatever, based off of how I feel that would come together, or courthouse, whatever. But all you're doing is sealing that contract that you guys started having from the first conversation. You're just presenting it to somebody. So for you to then come to me and say, oh, I want to put this on paper, or my first question is, for what reason? Now I can see if we did something together and maybe was doing it in a will format where we were leaving things to the kids, leaving, inheritance for the next generation, blah, 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 blah. The prenup sticky situation, because why? I mean, hopefully I've had
if
a man scandalous ass people out there,
scandalous ass women.
So if a man approach you with a prenup, you won't accept it?
Say that again.
If a man approach you with a prenup, you won't accept it?
That depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends.
If he had all that already before I got with him and he want to protect himself, I don't care. But if it's something that we build together, they can't go in it. But anything he had before, that's fine. But I wouldn't care because I'm not with him for that. But if it's something we build together, then but no.
Agreed. That's exactly what
I want to ask Erica a question. You're talking about you don't feel like you should put it in the paperwork for the contract or whatever, but you do. You like, time. Like if she misses so much time or he misses so much time, how much time and what are the consequences? Well, you already put that in your marriage vows. You promise to be faithful. Like how many times does somebody have to be unfaithful before you're like, this isn't working? So that you have requirements that you require of the other person to continuously put in the effort and the work. And there are certain things, and I'm not saying it needs to be trivial things, but there are certain things that are not going to work out in the relationship, and it's best to cut ties before somebody gets hurt.
So, Finn, I think
I knew Finn was going to go there, so thank you for keeping me from going there, because that's what I was going to say.
I said the same thing.
No, we originally agreed that marriage is already a contract. There are already things that we make vows to, things that we determined to be, for sickness and health, for richer or poor, to love and to cherish and to honor and appreciate the person that we're getting with. But then when we start detailing out really finite details, I don't agree with that piece of it, because there's going to become times when that person is just simply not able to do those things, and it doesn't give us the free will to be able to go and decide, because you didn't do this and meet the contract, now I get to leave. I think that there should be grace and mercy extended. And I think that there are times and exceptions for which that if someone breaks those vows that you make in that contract of a wedding, then you should be able to move on from that. But I'm talking about more specifically that was alluded to 8 hours of time spent with me a day. Sometimes I may not be able to spend that much time with you. There may be things that we have going on, because we go through different stages and seasons of our lives that require us to put more attention or focus on other things. And then as we navigate the course of our lives, we are going to both grow and we're going to both change, and our needs are going to change, which means that the contract and our agreement and the way that we love on each other and the way that we care for each other will need to change. And if you expect me to love you and treat you the same way that the day I met you, then you're expecting the wrong things. My growth towards the way that I care for you and the way that I love you should evolve, and it should grow over time.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying. But then also to that, though, when it comes to making that contract or that oath or whatever it is that you're doing, you don't have to sign it. You don't have to agree to the terms. But it's okay. It's okay for the other person to say, this is what I desire in this, and it's okay for you to say that ain't.
And by the time you get to the marriage stage in your relationship, you should already know what I'm looking for anyway. By the time it gets to the contract, the vows, the oath, the contract is your accountability to the commitment that we're doing. That we're saying that we're going to do for each other. It's not saying if you don't do this, I'm going to leave. It's saying that, it's more so putting your stamp on this relationship. It's you saying I'm fully 100% committed to this relationship in whatever form you want to do that in. So
no, but I'm going to agree with you though, Don. I think you said something earlier that gets overlooked a lot in these kind of conversations, is that and I'm gonna just paraphrase and put in my own words, but people have expectations coming into a relationship, and so whether it's written or verbal or just thought, I have my expectations of what I need my partner to be, and I think that regardless if we're writing it or we're discussing it, I don't think it should be written out. You said that was awkward or weird, or however you put it. I don't think it should be written out, but I think it definitely needs to be discussed and understood. This is what I expect from my partner. And, as the pastor said, it does change. I never really thought about that, but I just think of it as like I needed that before, I don't need it now. But I guess I expect it to consistently be a growing document what I need for my partner and what I'm giving to my partner. Because what I'm giving today don't mean I'm gonna be giving that, because I may need 12 these 12 hours. I may need these 12 hours. But next time I may, want to give you 24 hours that week. And it just it's kind of a thing. But I think that needs to be discussed.
Yes.
No doubt about it. My thought on that is growing. Like the person that I am when I meet you, those are my foundational bricks, but they are not the entire complete structure of who I'm going to be 10, 25 years from now. Yeah. Even when you go on a job interview, you're signing a contract, they're paying you based on the level you're on right now. But you're expected to grow or at least try to expand yourself so that you can start to become a liaison, a networking, a market, a CEO if you want to take over. You're not expected to still be doing the same exact thing 10, 20 years from now for most jobs, which is why they even ask you where you see yourself in 5 or 10 years. So who I am today, I hope that as you and I love each other, there are parts of me that are going to change. They're going to expand. My perspective when I meet you may be of great defense because of all the harsh relationships that I was in. So yeah, I don't want you to be able to go out and hang with your homeboys. You may agree with that, but as we get into, say we sign a contract on that, I no longer have that distrust for you once those guards are down. Things change. I grow, you grow. So I just feel like the contract's going to be outdated regardless. How do you pick and choose what remains? How do you pick and choose, oh, I'm going to hold you to this? Are you expecting to still be the same person from 5 years ago or 5 years later? I would hope not.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, when you're going into a relationship or a marriage, when you first meet somebody, you want to be around them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All the time, 24/7. You don't want to separate. You don't want to do nothing else. That's you all in. But
Boo loving.
right.
Big spoon,
But
little
then,
spoon.
but what I try to tell people too is like, what you got to understand is you don't want to come across as being suffocating. I said you also got to understand that when you married to someone, you have your life together and you also have your life separate because you had a life before you even met them. So it's good to try to not make them like your entire life because you don't want someone to feel suffocated. You don't want them to feel like they can't do anything without you. And then you want them to grow outside of you, like Exclusive was saying. And then that way you can still grow more together. It's always great to be able to let somebody still be who they are because you love them for who they are, right? It's always good to let them be who they are still, and then also be who they are with you. What? Go ahead.
I don't know what's kind of odd to me is that everybody's kind of taking it to a negative extreme on the when they hear the contract. Everybody's assuming that it's going to be like the smallest details.
I wasn't talking about no contract.
But
I thought you was about to say something to what I was saying. I was talking.
I don't think it's not a negative extreme. Those are just we're discussing the gray area. I feel like that's where we're at. We're all discussing the gray area because it sounds like everybody can agree that there is no strong yes or strong no.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can't say a strong.
But I mean, what I was going with it was kind of like what you were saying, Exclusive. It's like when you get a job. You know what I'm saying? You are signing a contract. You are agreeing to, like, if in the first 90 days, if I'm tardy this many times, they have the right to terminate my employment. You do sign contracts in most aspects of your life, and a marriage is a huge financial contract. The majority of your financial in your life is going to be duly in a marriage. So it is a business transaction, and to have boundaries and set on paperwork I think is a positive thing, and it's a smart thing. It's just like I don't know if anybody watches these paternity court shows or whatever, but I would tell any man right now, never sign a birth certificate until you have a DNA test. Because once you sign that birth certificate, you are the legal father. Even if years later you find out that the baby is not yours. So
you should have the Dana test with you at the damn hospital when the baby pop out. Period. I'm sorry.
Wipe and swab. No,
no, Finn. To some degree, I really do agree with you. I think we have to keep in perspective the narrative of what it means to, for example, you mentioned getting hired in a job. I don't expect the new hires to do all the things that the experienced people do, and they may have the same level of expectation. It's my job to teach them, and if you're in a relationship, you have to give your partner space to learn you. And if there are things that you want them to do, then you have to show them, you have to explain to them, you have to teach them. And I think that if there are moments for which this person is growing to learn and to understand how to love you and to be the person that you're wanting them to be, I think that should be done way before you decide that you determine that you want to marry this person.
Right.
And I think that by the time you decide that you want to marry this person, it shouldn't be a need to put it down in contract because they should already be doing these things.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, from the hopeless romantic in myself, I agree with you. I agree with you. I wish it was like that. I wish it was that simple. I wish. But if we're fifth, we'd all be drunk, my friend. And sometimes
I think
I've heard that forever.
I think a contract in a marriage says a lot more about us than it does them. And it shows a lack of distrust in who they are and their ability to do the things that we need them to do.
But you also got to look at this though. You can look at the statistics of who files for divorce most, and so that means that the majority of people that are filing for divorce are saying that the contract that I agreed to is not being met, and I'm leaving for this reason or whatever. So it's already something that is happening more than 50% of the time in marriages, and so it is, I think, perfectly acceptable. And I'm saying both sexes. I'm not gendering this. I'm just saying I think it's perfectly acceptable for a person to have boundaries set legally because you're signing a legal document that can affect the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on for a second. I'm gonna bring up Miss AP, Miss April. She's in the building.
Oh
snap!
Oh. I wanted to add to that whenever you get a chance.
I love this conversation, by the way.
I do.
There's so
many facets to this. There's so many different ways. I wanted to put one more thing into it before we slide to the next thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I go.
We're trying to get April up. I'm tell you something. I love when a woman gets mad because she hadn't heard from me in 2 days.
Where did that come from? Hold on. What's going on with you, Eric?
No,
because you feel missed, right? You feel like, oh,
you like to live life on the edge.
You a player.
You trying to get you trying to no call, no show? What's going on?
No, I was just making a statement.
Let me get up under here.
If I can go distant for 2 days and you ain't worried about me and you ain't worried that I ain't called, text, or nothing like that, then I get a little concerned because like how much do you really love me? How much are you really into me? But
Eric, how much sick time you got accrued in this?
But hey, hold on though. We have April in the building. I got a quick question for you, April. What you calling cap on?
Finn talking. Hey y'all, I'm gonna say hi y'all. Hey y'all, that's
hi,
me.
April.
Hi, honeys and babies.
Every time.
But you know it, Don. I call Cap on Finn being a hopeless romantic. That nigga ain't romantic worth a goddamn shit. Love you, Finn, but you ain't romantic at all, honey boo boo. I love you. I'll make you a pot of green beans and cabbage and casserole every day, but you are not romantic.
Finn's ethnicity has been solidified twice. I just want y'all to know that.
Damn,
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Y'all don't know shit about me. You don't know.
Oh, come on! Don't get defensive. You are. Yes, you are. Don't do that. Come on now. I love you. No, come on now.
You can't say that I'm not romantic because you've never been romantically involved with me. You can say your perception of what you think I am through this conversation, but I've never had to show you any romance because I don't want to.
All right, let me repeat what I
think Finn mushy behind closed doors. My
perception. My turn. I'm gonna go ahead and correct myself just for his sake. My perception of you does not come off as romantic. I apologize if I offended you, Finn.
Oh, I don't get offended, ma'am. I'm just correcting the mistake.
I said I apologize. Can you just accept my apology, please? Thank you.
There's no need for it. There's no need for the apology.
I think Finn mushy behind closed doors.
Don't play with Finn.
Yeah. He rubbed feet and sucked toes. He said, leave him alone.
Ooh, wait. Nikki, don't put that man business out there. I just wanted to say something because I have been married. I know I've been listening to y'all and all y'all have great perspectives always. I do respect all of your perspectives every single time. I don't, But I based on my experiences, when I feel like when TK asked the question and he says, what if somebody comes up with a contract? It sounds gross, right? Everybody agrees it sounds gross. But it's just like I feel like no matter what we go through, and I also agree with the Pastor Curry, what we do go through requires us to change. There is no staying the same. If you are staying the same, that's probably going to end up being a problem in the long run. But I think there does need to be a base, like, hey, because that's what we came up with love languages, right? Like,
Mm.
hey, this is what I need. So while we may be disconnected, I know me and Don connected on that Michelle Obama interview. She ain't like this nigga for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? But they got back to the base, which was what she needed, what he needed. So I don't think the base is necessarily a point of where you're not growing or where you refuse to grow. I think that's just the basis of the needs that are involved. So while there may be a season of trivial things and tribulations and trials and all these things, I think that it's very important to have a base of, you know what, I'm going through some bad things right now, but my husband Phineas needs this from me. So while I'm going through these things, I need to make sure I get back to the basis of what Phineas needs, because I need to make sure that Phineas feels loved and cared for and whatever the case is. So while the contract sounds gross, I feel like there always needs to be, and that's established at the beginning. Like Don said, we wouldn't even be here if we didn't establish or you didn't agree with, hey, I know you need this and I'm okay with providing that.
Mm-hmm.
So, the basis of that I think needs to always remain like, hey, if I get too busy, this woman is not going to feel like I love her. Or if I get too busy and I can't make this man a meal, I can't provide his needs, I can't do the things that how I got him to marry me, then he's going to feel unloved. He's going to feel unrespected because men want respect, right? And women want love. So I think having a base is always a good thing, no matter how unorthodox or unrealistic it may sound. I think you should always have something to revert back to as a standard.
That makes sense.
Standard. That's
Yeah.
word. Beautiful word.
Yeah.
Love.
Because I mean, like, it is nothing wrong with it if two people agree. It's just saying, okay, these are the things I want. Do you agree to these terms? Oh, if you okay, you don't agree with that. Oh, let's compromise. Let's get
Right.
something, that we both can like go back to. Remember, you we signed this. We can go back to this.
Right.
We got off a track. It's time, we revert back to what we originally said. It's
Yeah,
okay
it's
to
like
have.
setting goals in a relationship. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's nothing wrong. If I agree to it and you agree to it, what's the problem?
And I also, for that too, a little side note, I want a man who's not afraid of commitment. Like, where is that man? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I put this on paper and I say, hey, this is what I need, and then you
Period.
sign that piece of paper, that makes me fall more in love with you because you're not afraid of this commitment of the work that it takes to
Period.
be with me. Like, I'm not afraid of the work that it takes to be with you. That's what it's saying to me. That's what the contract is. It's gonna be like, oh, you're trying to be specific. You're trying to be this. No, but I'm not doing tit for tat. I want to see if you're gonna work.
Yeah,
That's
and that's just like they said, just like a job. It's a contract. You're gonna put in work at the job. You ain't just gonna sit there and just collect a check. You have to put in some work. If you
Correct.
don't put no
Let
work,
me
you
ask
don't
you a
get.
question though. Let me ask you a question though, Don. You said a man that is not afraid of commitment. So when you say commitment, what does that mean to you? Does that mean specifically a title or an agreement that he is not going to date anybody else? Because see, I think a man under that conversation will say, "I don't want to date nobody else. I just want to talk to you. If that changes, I'll let you know." But
Mhm.
I think women in particular, they want the title, the ring, the I want to flaunt you in front of my friends. I want to go post pictures together on Facebook, and that may not be what I want. But that don't mean I'm trying to sleep around or I'm trying to date other people because I ain't.
Yep.
Right.
Commitment and monogamy aren't the same thing. Like, there's so many
That's my
ways.
point. Okay.
So yeah. So what a commitment for me would be what we agreed to, what we came into the relationship wanting. other, and you're not deterring from that. Now, if we're saying, hey, I don't mind you having a girlfriend, I'm coming into the relationship and you do end up finding somebody you like, I'm not going to feel any type of way about that. That's what we came in understanding. But if I did come in with monogamous, because I'm that type of person, and you came in knowing I'm monogamous and agreeing to those terms of being monogamous, and you come out of that agreement, then we have a problem. But it's a commitment issue as far as like what we agreed to. Now, it ain't got to be nobody's business.
Right. Yeah, I think it's setting a foundation. I think it's setting a foundation and then building from that foundation. And then if things start going crazy or whatever, you can always go back to the foundation and restart, you know?
Right. I'm like, hey, I'm going to commit to give you a hall pass once a year.
I'm a firm believer in
hall pass.
I get a hall pass. What? You kidding me?
Once a year.
Once a year.
You say what?
Can I take that pass to Cuba? Is all I'm saying. I want to go to Colombia or some shit like that. That's all I want.
There you go.
Were you saying something exclusive?
I would think,
That's a trap, by the way, fellas. Don't fall for that. That's a fucking setup. If she give you a hall pass, that means she got a hall pass too.
Yeah, exactly. I said that. I did one too. Don't be calling me when it's hall pass time. Don't be trying to FaceTime me. Don't be trying to see what I'm doing. Don't be trying to send me your location. Go do what you do. Leave me alone. Don't ask me shit when we get back.
So you got somebody in mind already, Nick. Wait a minute. This is my problem. You got somebody in mind already. I ain't even met the motherfucker. I ain't taken the trip yet. I ain't booked it. I ain't been there. You got somebody in mind. This nigga staying in Oak Cliff somewhere. Is he out here?
If she got somebody in mind, that means she's already vetted him in one way or another.
Yeah, that's all. That's my problem is.
But what that means is he's gonna be a better choice than what you choose in Colombia, brother.
That's a backup plan. If shit don't work out with you, Dan, she already got some on the backup.
Now the pass got to stay the pass. The pass is the pass. They only a hall pass.
See, they just intimidated. They intimidated by the pass. They intimidated by the pass because they know, you know what? But you know what, Nikki, they intimidated by the pass because they know they would just go and smash the most beautiful thing they can get. Versus us, we're gonna get something quality at least. We're gonna vet that guy at least. We're just not gonna go pick a random.
I need to know who this nigga is that you've been passing.
You don't need to know nothing. You don't need to know nothing. We don't know Colombiana. We don't know who Colombiana is, sir.
If I got a hall pass and if I'm on vacation, I'm picking whatever. I'm gonna be just like a man. I'm picking the sexiest, tall, dark, handsome, or whatever I see or most voluptuous.
Nah.
Just like you can. Just like I can.
We not.
She said voluptuous.
Nope. Nikki.
Wait a minute.
Wait, didn't LeDon just say that whatever understanding we got? I'm good. Go to Jamaica. Go have you a good little trip and come back. No, I ain't asking no question. Don't tell me no lies.
I'm not dealing with Don right now.
Pass, though. Your pass got to be overseas. You got to cross water to get there.
No,
you got to cross water to get there. You can't have no pass. That you can go see that stay off of 75.
I gotta clarify.
Ooh, not 75.
When I said a backup plan, Nick. When I said a backup plan, I ain't mean from your past. The backup plan is something that you might not have had even sexually interacted with, but it's something.
Why is it automatically a backup plan when the woman has someone in mind versus Mr. McFan going over to Colombiana and getting Zoe?
Can I answer this here?
No, I can answer this. April, the difference is what you just said. You said I took the time to vet this man to make sure he's quality. I'm already interested and invested, and this man is going to.
You already knew who it was. This
already did that. What Danny's talking about is getting a hoe from Colombia. He's talking about that.
Finn, so let me get this right. Let me get this correct. You want us to act like men?
I didn't say that. I said when I
Okay,
said
because I'm just saying. Hold on, because
No,
I think we all can agree right now on this live because it's been talked about on this same live multiple times.
man, you gonna fight
Is
Nikki?
that we do not choose who we do or don't do the same way. Oh, haven't we already talked about this? So why are you
Some of
saying
us do,
so?
so you can't speak for me on that. I'm sorry,
Well,
April.
oh, no. I'm just talking about I'm just talking about conversations. I'm just talking about conversations that we've already had. I've already had with these people with
This is why we have
online.
conversations like this. Is why we have conversations like this is because when I say backup plan, and then Nikki says I'm not bringing something from the past, so I clarify that a backup plan doesn't
No,
mean
I
that
didn't.
the
I didn't say that. I
Okay,
didn't say that. I said the hall pass is the hall pass. I said a
okay. Well,
backup plan would be something
then I
different.
misheard that. Okay, but then when I said it doesn't have to necessarily come from your past, and then April said, "Well, why is it a backup plan when a woman does it?" And then I explained that. So I
No,
told you.
I asked you why was it a backup plan when a woman actually vets who the hell is gonna be coming up inside of her body versus when y'all just go pick a random person because we have understood on the same podcast that are the same that women choose who they have sex with differently than men do.
Right, because the reason it's a backup plan is because if the relationship doesn't work out, that person that you have vetted is going to be the person that you end up getting sexually active with.
Says
Typically,
who?
that's how it
Says
happens.
who?
Typically,
But
Says
he
who?
has
How
more
many
likelihood,
situations do
and,
you
and
know have happened? No, how many situations and receipts can you prove that you know have happened like that?
I can't prove it. I can't prove that.
You're assuming that because she decided to have to pick someone good to have her hall pass with, that she's gonna automatically go to that dude if you fuck up.
Well, it doesn't
well,
necessarily
I
have to
mean,
be that the man fucks up. The relationship could end for any reason. So what we're talking about is why I said it was a backup plan is because typically it's emotionally involved. It is
Yeah.
somebody that it is that you have an emotional attachment to. It's not just the sex thing. Typically, Nikki said otherwise. Nikki says she's getting a tall, dark, and handsome one. She said just to smash. That's different. That's not a
and
backup plan.
and that just saved me and Nikki relationship because we was gonna break up. But
That's just
Oh damn.
when you already have an emotional attachment and a foundation, something
It don't have to be emotional. It don't have to be emotional. It just has to be something. You're putting very specific stipulations on this, Finn, and it don't have to get that serious.
Hey, the
I don't
done.
want it to be
Hold
nothing.
on,
and
hold
you're
on.
right, it doesn't have to be emotional.
hold on. When
I don't want it to be nothing.
the stipulation.
Hold on. The Don has something to say. We're gonna give the Don the floor. Hold on for a second. Sorry for the mute, but I had to give the Don the floor. Don, it's on you.
Appreciate you. I get where Finn's coming from because for women, or I'm gonna just something for me. I'm gonna just say for me, I'm a sapiosexual. For me to open up, you gotta be all stimulate me mentally, and that also makes it an emotional connection for me as well. So it could be more risky for a woman to be under those stipulations than a man because it's not always a mental or an emotional thing for a man. Most of the time it's not emotional. For women it is. So for us to be able to open up that way on a frequent basis, it's probably because we could see them with us potentially, but it's always like an emotional or mental thing for us. So that's what he was trying to say.
And I want to say this. When I said the backup plan, the stipulations I put on it was because that's what I was saying. The backup plan was with those stipulations. That's what I was referring to. If you're just talking about a hall pass, I don't have anything to say about that. That's whatever. But what I said was stipulations.
I'm about to agree.
Hey,
with
I'm
Finn
talking
now,
about hall passing it.
Look, I'm still
hall
talking about a
passes.
hall pass. I'm just saying we do a little bit more work
I ain't doing no
towards.
work. It's a pass.
No,
Okay. I'm on
well,
vacation.
I
I'm
think we
having
are.
some
The hall
drinks.
pass.
Well,
I'm
she's
looking.
talking
I'm like,
about a
ooh, they looking
vacation
good. And
situation.
I'm
I'm not.
going for it.
She's talking about a vacation situation. I don't really have to go on vacation to just get some dick, but
I don't
Yeah.
either.
Now,
But that's what my hall pass
So,
consists of.
hold on for a
but
second.
If you
so
need a
what
hall pass, just stay out in the hallway.
Hold on. Hold on.
look, Eric, I didn't suggest it, Eric. Okay, I did not suggest it.
If you need a hall pass, stay out there, outside, in the hallway.
She said she was giving a hall pass to the dude, though. She started out with the dude.
No, we want
Hey,
no fan
hold
contract.
on
No
for a
hall
second.
passes.
Hold on for a second. Hall passes. Yeah, no, I don't have a problem by giving a hall pass as long as it's with a woman. I'm cool with that. But you ain't finna get no hall pass with no nigga.
Well, you ain't about okay, so that would be just like me saying, "Oh, you can have a hall pass with a dude, but you can't have a
No,
hall pass
no,
with
we
no
not niggas.
female."
Now let's be real.
Don't get me.
We're not doing that. We're not doing
No,
that. Nah, we not
Let me
doing
get back
and
up
we not
under
doing,
here.
and we not doing that
that.
either.
Nah, now you get a
Yeah,
hall pass with a woman.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Because a
Well, I
woman
already have a
can
girlriend, so
like that.
let's
So
keep
you
it
know,
moving.
I ain't tripping
I
about
already got
that.
a woman.
Okay, that's cool. Ain't no nigga gonna penetrate you. Nah,
Wait a minute.
But we supposed to
nah.
watch you penetrate another female.
Oh, that's cool. What's the
That's
problem?
wow.
You said that's
What
cool.
is the problem?
That's cool because it's you.
He said it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Look,
Boy, listen.
I just want to know why Finn ain't said nothing. I just want to know why Finn ain't said nothing. What you think,
Oh
Finn?
man, I know I'm entertained. I know that.
I'm
Are
against
you not irritated?
now because I'm not one for a hall pass anyways. If we in a relationship, I'm monogamous, and so ain't no hall pass. If you need a hall pass
Okay.
in a relationship with me. But on that bullshit, I'm with Nikki. If TK is gonna put a stipulation that well you can have a hall pass, but it's only with a woman, that means your hall pass is only with a dude, my dude, because you.
Mm.
man.
Okay, so she's not. If
Thank
she's
you,
if
Finn.
she's not bisexual, if
Look,
she's
look,
not
look.
bisexual,
Now, come on.
Right.
No, hold on.
Because what's good
What
with
TK said
Let
is ain't
Finn
nobody get
finish.
penetrated.
Let me
Let
finish.
Finn
TK,
finish.
Let Finn finish, bro.
TK,
Let him finish.
if she is not bisexual,
I'm not listening to that. I'm
Bro,
not. I'm not listening.
That's not even right. That's not right.
Don't do
I'm
that.
That's not
not
right.
like
That's
nah,
not right.
we
Let
not gonna do
Finn
that.
finish.
no,
Like
Let Finn
nah,
finish.
what?
that ain't
Are you
fair.
serious? Are
That's not
y'all
right.
serious? Y'all trying to make it like that's the same thing? No, that's not the same thing.
TK,
It's
TK,
not
TK,
about
that's
you.
not
Hey,
right.
look here.
All right, Finn, go off, Finn. Go
I
ahead.
think. Okay, go ahead.
let him finish.
Go
Come right
Finn.
in,
Go
Finn.
ahead. Go ahead. Go off, Finn.
if the woman is not bisexual, if she is not sexually attracted to
Now, look. Now, first of all, we not gonna do that.
Oh man, look.
Hey,
Man, like, Paul.
TK,
But that's the
Wait a
same thing
minute.
that you're saying, though. You're not
Yeah.
sexually attracted to
No,
a dude,
but
so why would I try to introduce another dude? That's the same way I'm not attracted to another female, but you trying to get me to, you know what I mean?
That's
women.
not right,
Look,
TK.
first of all, I feel like all women are gay.
What?
I feel like all women are gay. Y'all do gay stuff with each other. Y'all sleep in the
I
bed
mean,
with each
wait, TK. I'm gonna say have tendencies.
Oh,
They can appreciate women can
other.
appreciate other women more than
Yeah,
we can appreciate men in
but
that
I'm
way.
saying
So I'm gonna say
like
they have tendencies because of that.
for sure. But
But
I'm strict.
but that does not make them automatically gay. As
well,
somebody who's dated women who are
Just
like all colors of the rainbow, part of that spectrum, that don't make them gay. You know what I'm saying?
like gay
Gay
women.
is gay is a whole nother.
yeah, it's another.
That's an
Yeah,
alphabet term, bro.
but I look. I don't.
TK, your misogyny is boiling right now. I just
What?
want to let you know.
I'm just look. I'm just being. We're keeping it 1,000, man.
Hey
Y'all
man,
not keeping it 1,000, man. Let's keep it a buck.
you gotta know
Like
my
it's
you gotta
it's more likely for a woman to be attracted to another. I'm like, no, that's unnatural for a man to be. No, we're not doing that. I give you a
That
holler
is
with
unnatural.
a woman, but
That's unnatural.
ain't no nigga finna penetrate. No, we're not doing that. Nah.
I don't even know why this got to be part of the discussion because I think we all agree on this.
So,
I think all of the men
All of us
agree on that.
so wait a minute. If y'all
Yeah, we
agree
all
that
agree on that
women,
part.
if y'all agree that women are more emotional, we're emotional beings, and that we thrive on feelings, we live on feelings, we base our life on feelings, then why the fuck do you think we wouldn't give a shit if you were penetrating another woman?
Wait a minute. Oh my God.
You know,
Hello,
It's the moral of
this
it.
is a
someone.
good question, and
Wow.
let me go ahead and explain this. This is a good question, but my philosophy is because some women have been hurt a lot, and I'm not categorizing everybody, but some of them have been hurt a lot, and they figure you're gonna do that shit anyway. Some women are sexually liberated, and they want an excuse to go fuck, so they gonna let you go do it, so they can go do it. And then some women, it's just they were sex is more fun to them than it is a commitment, relationship, emotional thing. It is like that for some women, not most. But I've met women that was just like, oh, okay, what's this exercise? This is you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like two dudes want to go play one-on-one. Like, oh yeah, I go hoop with this nigga, and I hoop with that nigga. And they just share their body like that. Some women, it just depends on where that woman is. In real life, though, I met somebody that was like that.
Oh man.
Okay, but Mr. Fan, you
but
do understand that in most of those situations,
I wasn't expecting you
if
to say
that
that.
woman
He's so
is okay with you jumping around and doing whatever you're doing, she don't like you like that. She may like you, but
I
she
beg
don't
to
like you
differ,
to
and
the
I'll
point
tell
where
you
she
exactly
want to
why.
keep. No. There's is a very. I'm not saying it don't happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but 9 times out of 10, if a lady is okay with you doing doing you, quote unquote, doing you, then most of the time she's not looking at you seriously in that way to the point where she wants to keep you in your life, in her life as a husband, as a father, as a whatever. You kind of get category like you know how y'all say women categorize men, women categorize well men categorize women, women categorize men too. So there, I would not ever be okay with sharing a man that I actually wanted and liked versus somebody who I felt was a fly by the night type of person. And
Well, see, the
I
reason that
honestly
I think
feel,
that
even though there's exceptions, I don't feel like most women feel that way.
Well,
no,
that's a
this is this is not an exception. This is a type thing. So, like, when women meet, let's just say, a guy that's like a provider. He has good money, and he's more of a nerd. He's a square. They're automatically not gonna go fuck him first night. He's never gonna get no first night pussy because they're gonna hold out. They're gonna play virtuous. This is how that relationship builds. But on the other hand, if you meet a guy that's out, he travels a lot. He got a motorcycle. He pull up. You're probably gonna fuck dude way quicker than you gonna fuck this nerd. And if you want a relationship with him, you may later. But it's all fun and games, and he's excited. He's interested. This is the nigga that Nikki is gonna see on the trip. I like him. He's fun. He's excited. You know what I'm saying? And he gets the pussy, but that doesn't mean that you're not necessarily. The reason I'm saying all of this with such confidence is because I know this nigga. This is my cousin. This is my cousin, and my cousin had a female that they used to hunt together, quote unquote. They used to go find thirds. And not only was she trying to marry him, still to this day, but plenty of the women that they met and attacked and taken down, now they met under the pretense of a threesome. But plenty of them still want to be his wife.
But okay, but I said
and they met him under a threesome.
But I said that is not. I didn't say it didn't happen. I'm just saying that's not the majority of what most women want.
Okay, so this a problem, Danny, with generalizations. Generalizations are always exceptions to it. So for every time you generalize something, there's always a story where somebody can say, well, this didn't happen this way. So there's always a counter argument to it. But I mean, the generalization is, for the most part, most people in our culture are not okay with their significant other sleeping around, and it's both man and woman. And so
That's
generally generally speaking, people are not okay with sharing their partner sexually, and that's a generalization, but there are always exceptions to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
mind sharing
that's agreed.
with another woman. I don't mind that.
Boy, hush! Ain't nobody listening to you. We already heard what you had to say. Next.
I'm just
But
saying.
no, what I was going against, and I do agree with what you just said, Finn. By the way, I believe that you're a hopeless romantic because you're an artist, and we just think like that. But what I was saying, I didn't agree with is the fact that women will not meet a man and under those pretenses, under the we sharing each other, and then try to be serious with them. She would say like, "Oh, you don't sleep with nobody," and then try to be serious. Like that shit happen all the time.
But I
Like
mean, you
that
haven't
that part
That's
happens
not
all the
what I,
time.
but that's not what I said. I said if you're more than willing to share this person with multiple women, most women are not going to be okay with that if they want you as a husband, father, provider, somebody who leads their home. That's what I said. I didn't say it didn't happen though, because I got four older brothers, big
Okay.
bro. I seen it. I seen it.
Oh, so yeah, you already know that. You know how it goes. Okay,
Exactly,
I agree with you
exactly.
then.
But I know that's not the majority because most of us women we're territorial in a sense, that we don't want too many people hovering around our nigga. Like we don't want that shit. Like, we don't like it.
Yeah, you
Y'all
want to be
just selfish.
Really?
Selfish.
selfish.
But if
Just
we selfish. But if we wanted some more dinky in the room, that would be a problem though.
Where's
Okay.
the dinky? I need more dinky, right?
that's unethical, though.
Yeah, so I mean we can be
You didn't say
unselfish
it's
and be a little
unethical.
dinky.
Listen,
Like,
who
so
said
I
that? It was
mean we
exclusive.
can be unselfish. Yes. If we could be unselfish, can I
You
have
know
two
what?
dinkies in the room?
Yes, you can. I go buy you one, and I bring
Yeah,
it into
that's
the
what I
room
thought.
No,
whenever you want
this
to.
Imagine
ain't
you
nothing like
looking
the
at
real thing,
Hopper.
baby.
Yeah, nah.
I got one. I got a real thing too. What you mean? This at least one of them
But
real.
we said more,
But we want some
more
new
real.
dinky. We want
I
some
bring
new
you
dinky.
the
No,
second one ain't real. Just
you're not
50%.
asking me
That's
You
a
can't
good.
have the whole world, baby.
That's
because
it.
you're not
My
asking
my
me to
fantasy.
lick on top of blow up Barbara.
Nah.
Nah, see, I don't need all of that.
You didn't say, "Hey, eat this
I think
pasta
everybody.
Wait a minute.
pasta."
I
Oh
think all
my
of us can
God.
agree though.
This is where we going on my first night back.
All of our fantasies and sexual proclivities include just one
Sorry,
penis.
Pastor.
Eric, bro, I'm sorry,
He
Eric.
said on his first day back,
This wasn't our fault.
Goodness.
Oh dang.
That's
Sorry,
them.
Eric.
I did.
That's
I was a good boy today, man. That's them.
There you
But
go.
see, it's not.
Goodness.
There is a
Over
mindset that I see with a lot of
sweating
people
bullets.
where the people that want to be more sexually active and be outside of their relationship sexually tend to be the most possessive of their partners. And so it's almost a narcissistic behavior where you see somebody that says, "Oh no, I can go fuck other people, but you can't."
Yeah,
It's okay for me
definitely.
to do it, but it's not okay for you to do it. That possessiveness, it's almost a narcissistic trait, and I think that
It
happens
is.
with both.
TK,
Like it's
you hear
okay
that?
for me, but
You
not
heard
okay for
that,
you.
TK?
Look, I don't care about that. What?
I mean, I can say definitely without a doubt, I've done all of that nasty shit before, so I don't need to. I don't have a purpose to do it anymore. I'm not gonna like tap my
Yeah.
woman on the shoulder and be like, "Oh, let's go do this." However, if she wants to like explore shit, I'm the explorer. I'm Dory. We go figure out whatever it is you want to go figure out. I'm open.
Backpack,
Let's go figure
backpack.
something else out. That's how I get
This
down.
with the
So
backpack on.
I didn't get here by chance, fam. I've been there these roads. So I'll do that,
Okay,
but I'm not
okay,
bringing nothing up.
McFan. Okay, McFan. So
I'm not
if she
bringing it up.
did that, like, say for instance, you were in a relationship. I'm trying to move past what he said. But if you were, if you, if you were in a relationship with a woman for a year, and she said, "McFan, boo, I just want some new coochie in my life," and you was thinking about, say for instance, you was at Jared a month before, and you had was picking out this girl ring. You still gonna be doing that if she be like, hey, let me go get this girl real quick. And I want you to, I
if
want
that's
her
what
to
she
sit on your
on,
face.
if that's what she on, that's what she on. I'm with it. But my thing is, it just can't be a way of life. It has to be this is a dessert. This is something we're gonna try every once in a while. Some blue moonish
Right
thing.
on.
It can't be
Right
a
on.
every
Yeah.
Tuesday thing. You know what I'm
But
saying?
Gotta
you
keep
hear
it
what
spicy.
You hear where Danny automatically took it though, because that's where most men take it. Most men take it where, oh, she's going to get some coochie, that means we're going to get some coochie. The problem is,
All
Cute
right,
news.
then.
okay, so the problem is when what we're talking about is when she's doing it by herself. Now, if she was going out and getting pussy every weekend, TK is going to finally say, like, hey, you spending a little bit too much time with this other chick. You know what I'm
Oh, so
saying? It's
she
going to
so
be
she's saying she going to go get some by herself?
yeah. That's
Cute
that's
What
what
news.
she
it's
want to go get some
about.
by herself for? What is
See?
that?
So every
You
time
know, no, you
every
know
time
what?
y'all brought this up, in these men's mind, they thinking, oh, it's for us. Not yeah.
Yeah,
I
Talk
I'm
to me,
mean,
definitely thinking
it
Danny.
it's for
can,
us.
I mean, the extra dick can be for y'all too, but y'all just selfish, like y'all said that we were.
No, thank you, but stop. Let's pause all of the talk. There's one main penis starring in my fantasies. That's my penis. It's no co-stars, no co-penises, nothing. It's just one.
Oh
Um.
my
Only
So
That
one
as
sounds
far as
like
man.
the other woman thing,
that sounds like selfishness to me.
It's not selfish. It's a
as far as the
difference.
other woman thing, though, I wouldn't be against it totally for if it was just her without me, because I wouldn't be against it. Now that's not something we're gonna be doing even on a semi-regular basis. That's like maybe something you wanted to try once, or somebody you wanted to try once, and we discuss it. I'm game. I'm that kind of open though. So get that out your system. Go ahead. But if it's somebody and you sneaking behind, or if it's your friend, hell no. Like it got to be a stranger or somebody that we can't do nobody in close proximity unless I'm with you. Like nah, ain't no way. But
Not
you
So
want to go
what if
try
she
something that
what if
one
she
time? Go.
bringing so McFan, what if she bringing you a new chick every 6 months, right? She like, hey, I want to do this for Valentine's Day and
Twice a year.
Christmas,
Okay, we can
right?
do twice a
All
year.
right, cool,
Yeah, we
okay.
can do twice a
But
year.
what if she? But what if her stipulation to that is having one man once a year?
Do I got to touch
Oh.
this nigga? That's all I'm saying. So if you want to fuck
No,
this nigga, then fuck him. No, I'm saying like no.
You know
If you want to
what?
fuck him, fuck him.
Oh my gosh.
God.
I love y'all, but I gotta go. It's 9 o'clock. I gotta get
If
ready
you want to
for
fuck him, fuck
tomorrow.
him.
Y'all have a great conversation.
Love
You
you.
know.
bye
Love
bye,
you. Love
Nikki.
you.
Bye.
Nikki. Look, I
I done
got
done,
one
I
more.
done done too much for Nick. My bad. But no, if you gonna fuck somebody, don't fuck him. Fuck him.
Listen, I
You
got
ain't gotta
a.
bring me. You don't have to bring me pussy in order to get what Nikki was calling a hall pass. If you have a scenario or something you want to try or somebody you want to, we talk. It's not necessarily the end of the road. What I'm saying is you ain't doing shit behind my back. That's not that part I can't deal with. But if you sexually want to explore some shit, man, just don't make it no regular thing. We're not doing it annually, and annually, annually. That's funny.
Hold on. We gotta pause that. We're not doing that.
Pause.
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 I
Pause.
mean yearly, dog. Come on.
But
Pause.
but go off. But we're gonna switch the topic. Though I got a little. So look, I ran across this. I think I was listening to radio. I don't know what I was listening to, but they was like,
Hey, Denise.
"Is it wrong for a man to ask you about your body count?"
Yeah.
But
If I
but
ask you for yours,
but hold
I'm
on.
45,
But
man.
get with a man.
for yours.
But hold on. When you get with a man, you ask for his finances, what his goals for the next 5 years, and all this other
Mhm.
stuff. You trying to figure out how
That's
can
true.
he benefit you. But we can't ask about your body count.
No, I'm saying,
That's very true.
are you asking me about mine? Can I ask you about yours?
Yeah, because it's not a thing for men. It's not. It's not a.
Right.
There's not a negative connotation towards it for men, and the reason mostly it's a negative connotation for women is because women hold women sexually active women as hoes. Women call other sexually active women promiscuous. They make it a thing that's negative, and so when it's something like that, if a man asks you your body count, he might feel a certain way, have a certain standard that he wants you to be under. And that's fair. And you can have the same thing with him. But for the most part, it's women that hold other women like that.
Damn, that's actually a
But but
fact.
but for men, you can have the man's body count. He don't give a fuck. Shit.
No, at all.
Yeah.
But
I
you
don't
know the
count.
thing
I
is,
never kept count.
but you know what the thing is, a lot of women they feel like, oh, it's disrespectful. Why you need to know how much how many dudes I've been with? For the simple fact is, I don't want to pay for a Beamer when it's a bust down Hyundai. You know, the price is different. No, like it's like women understand like you have value to yourself. If I know that 100 niggas that ran through you, your pussy ain't that valuable to me. Shit, you let 100 niggas run through you, so now you want me to give you top flight service when your pussy ran down? Like, no, we're not doing that.
Oh man.
So
Oh my.
are you agreeing? Are you agreeing that men drops men drops the women the sexual the value of women?
I mean, no, the women do because you allow them to penetrate you. So y'all do it on your own,
But who's penetrating us? The men are, right?
right?
If I had a dildo and I was stuffing my dildo 3 times a day, I was stuffing my coochie 3 times a day with a dildo, would my value drop? Or would my value drop when if I was stuffing my coochie with 3 different types of dicks per day?
I mean, that's a difference.
It
Now, come
would
on.
be both.
Okay, so the
It would be
answer
both.
is yes. So the answer is yes.
No,
Us
the
having
answer
sex with men devalues us.
No, because you allow that
Yes.
to happen. What are
No,
you talking
literally, that's what y'all are saying right now to us is that the
about?
more men we have sex with, the less value we have.
Facts,
Correct?
facts.
Okay, so you're basically saying that anytime we have sex with y'all, our value drops.
No, see now you trying
Oh,
to create this crazy narrative. No, y'all women now y'all
y'all are women.
open your legs to get
Mm.
penetrated. That's not on us. Who you allowed to penetrate you? That's on you.
okay, so April,
But we allow men to penetrate us.
But you allow
So
the
if,
answer,
to
so
transpire.
if I only had one child, only had one man in my life versus five, my value would be different at
Yeah,
one man versus five. Correct? So that
facts.
means each man that I had sex with took away value from me. Correct?
I mean
yes.
that is true.
So you're basically saying that having sex with y'all drops our value.
depends on what type of man you had sex with.
Oh,
If
now it
you
depends on the type of man. So if I had sex with five, so if I had sex, wait a minute, if I had sex with five rich, high value Kevin Samuel standard men, does that mean that my value would be the same as I had only had one sex with one man?
I mean,
I,
the type of man that you have sex determines the value of what you had. If you let
But
five
I just described that. It's either a yes or no question.
listen, if you let five bums hit you versus five rich men hit you, I'd rather like okay, at least she has some type of
But how do
standard.
you know they're gonna? But how do you know? How do you determine as a man from someone who doesn't know these men if they're bums or not? If I just tell you, oh, my body count is five.
so
Oh,
April,
all you gotta
this
do
is what
is
you
listen to a woman talk, and she'll tell you everything about her past dudes,
That's
and
fact.
how they did this,
That
and
is
they haven't
fact.
did. Then that let me know, like, shit, you like this value type of man jumping up and down you. So that let me know your pussy ain't really probably worth McDonald's with a small.
Okay, so my very last question again is if I have sex with five rich high value men, is my value going to be the same at five as it was at one?
I mean, no, that one is still top tier. That's still exclusive.
You know
Bro,
you don't make sense. You know you don't make sense right now, right?
it does make sense.
See,
But
now
April, you're
look, I'm
looking
gonna
at
just explain it to him
hold
to you
on.
like this.
April, you're looking at it from the wrong. You're looking at it from your
I'm looking at
perspective.
it from a woman. I'm not a man. So you can explain it from a man's point of view, but I'm explaining it from a woman's point of view.
Right. So what I'm telling you is the difference is the value decreases with the accessibility that other men have had to you, and what type of man that you allow it and give that access to you. So if in a relationship, if 100 men have had access to you in that type of way, it devalues you because it's not something that you've held sacred for yourself. It's not something that you valued yourself. It's something that you give freely to what's around. And so it does take away from that, from a man's perspective. And so it's not just because he's a rich dude or a bummy dude. It's the fact that you've allowed these type of men, or men in general, to have this access to you that men don't want their woman to have.
Fact.
Okay.
But
So,
like, let me add in.
Okay, exactly. Exclusive. There we go.
Yeah.
I ain't hear you.
Wait, what did she say? I didn't hear you.
I said, what if you were in legit relationships, like you were in love with those people? Say that they broke up with you, or you broke up with them, or something.
Let me try to elaborate. I think all men look at this different, but what we're saying is, it's without it's the availability, because every man is going to try to smash. All dudes is trying to fuck you, right? I need to know that my woman is not somebody that's easy to fuck by everybody else, just easy to fuck for me. Like, she's fucking me all the time, but not everybody.
Danny, and this is the thing, like, April, when you were asking a question and you were talking about 1 versus 5, there's not really a difference between 1 versus 5. We're talking the difference of 5 versus 100. We're talking the difference of 1 versus 20.
Right. But see, let me explain something to April though too. What's the difference is, like you said, that each man that you have sex with, it lowers your value. It's not really that. I think what the man we're trying to say is, the more you give access to your inner parts, like you just, the easier it is. If it's a knock and then it's the pussy is all yours, then every dude that's gonna knock, now your value is low because you're opening the gates all the time. Now, if it's harder to get through those gates and you're vetting people and you want to get to know somebody first, then I can respect that a little bit more. So I don't even ask really what the number is, because any dick over mine is too many for me. Anyway, like, I prefer it to be none. You know what I'm saying? But that's not realistic. What I'm saying is that I want to know where you are and how many people you give access, this level of access to. How many dudes that you're gonna allow to come in your house and lay up and kick it in your bed and you know what I'm saying, you making breakfast for. Like, how many dudes is that? If it's a lot, then
okay,
no value.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right, but at the same time, you have to take into accountability.
Hold on for a second. Let the Don speak. She had her hand up first, so we have to respect the room. So, shout out to the Don. Don, is on you.
Thank you so much. In the wine, like I said in the comments, is kicking in. But I'm gonna be straight to the point. So for women, I get what the men are saying, because our value does come from how sacred we do keep our body and our temple. But I do like that aspect that April brought up, because that was very, very interesting. I've never really heard that before, when she said, does just having sex with men in general devalue you? Because really what it is, we're counting men, we're counting the body of men that we're having. Is it the fact that we're interacting with you is specifically that devalues us? That was a really good aspect, but it was still, I still go back to, what I'm saying, there is still a standard we should have, right? But it's the same thing for men though. Like, if a guy told me his body count was like 40, I'm gonna look at you different. I'm gonna look at you like, oh, you're accessible.
40 is not a lot. Hold on, wait a minute. 40 is not a lot.
See that. I mean, like, but the fact that we have to go so high for a man is insane. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's just the nature.
High for us, but 145 for y'all.
Right. It's got to be 5 for us, but 100 for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's something we have to deal with and whatever. But at the same time, everybody has a number. Is what I'm trying to put in perspective. So as a woman, I'm gonna look at, like, how accessible do I want my guy to be? Yeah, I do want him to be experienced. That is kind of like in the back of my mind. I do want an experienced guy, but I don't want him to be for everybody. So I'm gonna have a number in my head. So if I'm gonna ask when we talk about
Okay, what is for everybody? I'm not understanding that. What is for everybody? Because he didn't
that
slept
you,
with a number of women. Is for everybody?
if a vagina walks past you, are you going to have sex with it? That's what I'm saying. You're for everybody. If just a vagina walks past you, you're gonna be like, yeah. If you have access to that, would you go hit?
If it was fine, yeah. What?
Too. My thing is, you want us to have standards. I want to see if you have standards too. Yeah, you probably have a phase where you have your whole phase, but do you have a standard to where, like, eventually I'm gonna get married someday too, and I want my wife to know that I'm not accessible to everybody. So I'm looking for it.
Okay.
That clicks on back around. If they can have a whole phase, why a girl can't have a whole phase?
Yeah,
they can. You can do whatever you want, but there are consequences to your actions.
I mean,
and just like
on both sides. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to be in the mall walking with your dude, booed up, cuddled up, and every girl you walk by or every girl that y'all pass in the mall at dinner, everywhere you go, you trying to introduce them to your hometown. It's 40 Barbara Shirley's, Tina's, and Millie's back there that they all fucked your nigga and had the dick. I mean, they may envy you if it was good, so they know you getting some. However, at the end of the day, you don't want to be walking through past a bitch. But a lot of females are very motherfucking petty and catty, and they will taunt you with that shit, knowing that they fucked your nigga. So it's not easy for us either.
But see, this is.
I mean, we can all admit that it's rougher for.
Danny,
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a difference, exclusive with for the majority of men. We tell women this is something that matters to us. This is something that important. So when it shouldn't be an outrage. Oh, so it's our body count is important. Yeah. Your body count is not only important to men, but to women and to yourself. It's because you're not willing to be. If it's something that you have to be secretive about to the whole world because you think it's almost shameful in your own head, then yes, of course, it might be important to other people as well for a serious relationship. And the difference is when I tell you up front, man, if you've been with 100 men, I'm not cool with that, And then you're saying, oh, well, you've been with 100 women, yeah, but you have the choice not to be with me, and you can set that standard, and you can have that where your value decreases to women after a certain amount of women you've had allowed this accessibility. But most women don't do that. Most women don't have that standard. Most women are saying, oh, I see this guy with all these women after him. Let me go see what he's about.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. And let's just keep this in mind. A man that sleeps around can still be attractive to women. And a lot of times is. A woman that sleeps around is not attractive to men.
Yeah,
that's it.
And that was the aspect I wanted to bring up. Like, a man that has a lot of bodies is attractive because we know he's sexually experienced, and that's something that a girl wants to. We want to explore our sexuality as well. But I say I have a number too. So if it's over a certain amount, I'm be like, you a hoe.
So let's talk about what is your number then.
I'm going 50.
50? Oh.
Because that's just like.
TK.
That was
like
that was a high number.
50.
I'm a big hoe.
Look, I'm talking about that was just a high summer.
Yeah. Big hoe.
I'm a big hoe.
50. Woo, all right.
If you ain't in them 50s and up, bro, I'm not.
But see, you got to think about 5 girls in 1 year for 10 years. That's 50 right there. Just.
Dude, that's nasty.
That's a lot. That sounds like a lot.
That's a lot.
That sounds like
you nasty, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my!
I don't know my number. I don't know my number, and I'm not trying to figure it out. I would not do the math. I completely refuse.
So what's
that let you know that's too many to count. That let you know it's too many to count.
You nasty, McMahon.
I didn't count when I was in my teens. Like when I was 16, 17, 18, I wasn't counting then. So like I'm just older. That's all. Like why count? Like who cares what the number is?
At the end of the day, you know what? I feel like I would be a person who would ask just to kind of stay on the same thing, but from a different facet. I think for me, I'm more concerned, not that I'm not concerned about how many people you ran through, But in relationship based type conversations, when it's moving to that level, I have asked somebody how many women they've been in love with, or how many times they thought they have been in love.
That's my question too. Oh my God.
I have asked that question. I will ask that question before I ask about the body count.
So is 0 a red flag?
Not necessarily. It's just I want to know at what point. It's kind of like part of that whole contract thing or part of that growth thing. I want to know where you are or what happened in that regard. Like, how many times did you fall in love with somebody today? Yesterday? Did it take a year? Did it take 6 months? What things did you develop from that when you guys parted ways? Was it amicable? Things of that nature. Like, do I have to worry about, hey, Barbara, this is Shirley? Like, is it you know what I mean? I just want to know. I'm willing to, women by nature, most of us are talkers and overthinkers. So for us, it's just kind of filling in that book of we. It's not necessarily that it's to be vindictive or to be malicious in asking. Sometimes we just want to put that whole puzzle together intricately to find out if we have the best, or at least as close to our perception of the best match possible. The same way that we think that you do when you get to the level of asking a woman to be your wife or your long-term partner.
So April, hold on, April. Does it matter to you how many women that your men slept with? Is that a thing?
I don't ask.
Oh, you don't ask, you don't care?
I don't ask. I don't care. If you, I'm worried more about my health. Because I know that situations arise that I was late, very, very late to. I got married at 18. So there was a lot of, I didn't even go to my first club until I was 24 years old. So I know that there's people who experience life way before I did. Mm-hmm. So I don't ask. I simply don't ask, but I also have never been asked about body count from any man. I feel like if I ever did get asked, I probably wouldn't entertain a dude anymore. But I don't ask.
Why is that?
Because I feel like that question is rooted in something else. I know y'all like to say, "Oh, we want to know how much access people had to you, and y'all want to know who had it easy." TK said earlier, you said, I don't want to have to pay for some shit that another nigga got for free and all this type of stuff. So if I was ever asked that question, I probably would feel some way about that guy. Like, I would feel like there was some insufficiencies on his part that he knows. Why that he's trying to cover up for.
But why is that an inefficiency on him? If he has a standard that he has set, and he wants to know if you are in that standard of
because Phineas, I don't think it's about a standard. But he has the same standard. She just said that she just told us what her standards are. I'm telling you what you know a lot of people, but you asked me, right? So I'm telling you what my standards are. My standards are, if you're asking me about how many other dicks I've experienced, then I would feel like might be something going on with you. These are my personal feelings.
Okay.
That you might be insecure about. That's just me personally.
It's not insecurity. If you've asked everybody,
how do you know, Phineas? You can only talk for yourself.
April, let me finish. If you let me finish, I can explain it.
Well, you've been interrupting me this whole time, so I'm just trying,
Okay, when you've asked every man on here, every man has told you the reason why. None of it has said it was about insecurity. Every man.
But I haven't had sex with any man on here.
But what you're already referring to, if a man does ask me, it's because he's insecure. It's not about his insecurity.
I said I was going to interpret that as an insecurity. I'm saying based on what he's asking me, especially because I don't have sex with random people. I have sex with people who I've gotten to know at least a little bit a teensy weensy bit. So if you know me from work, school, life, whatever, and you feel the need to ask me that question, I'm going to feel like you have some insecurities. That's just me personally.
Hey, the Don, go ahead and speak. You know, you have your hand raised. Let's go.
Also, another aspect to it as well, as far as body count goes, I want to see if you're a sex addict. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit gets crazy. Like when you get up to them high numbers, you might have a problem, and that's not gonna work.
My God, look, you saying that because you're young and impressionable, but look, I'm 37. I didn't have,
Don't discount her because she's young. That's not fair.
I mean, that's just reality because you're saying that because you know you just haven't experienced this. It's
You're on mute.
Thank you.
No, the Don never hand raised. You're on mute.
I said not because like I'm young and naive. I watch a lot of documentaries, bro. Like a lot, and I watch a lot of like stuff that happens in real life. Like you know, like that stuff with Halle Berry and Eric Benet and stuff. Like man, it's people having got problems, bro. Like they can't control their urges. So your body count could probably continue to rise because you like sex. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what I want to know that too.
But who don't like sex?
No, who can't control their urges to have sex is what I'm trying to find out. And
well, I mean,
love sex. Everybody who's a human being loves sex.
Okay, so what's the problem?
Urges. Are you not accessible, but also are you just one of those people?
Doug, do you want the experience or not? Do you want the experience or not? You just said you wanted the experience. So I don't want to hear about, oh, that number is too high. Do you want the experience or not?
I don't want that experience.
You want a veteran?
Exactly.
I don't think she do. I don't think Dawn is at a place because she's still very emotionally based. I think she couldn't separate that from somebody who really know what they're doing in the room. Personally.
Hey, TK,
but just because you know what you're doing in particular, that's based off of all the people that you fucked prior to me. That doesn't mean that what you like from back there is the same shit I'm rocking with up here. So it would be courteous of you to at least find out what I like because you might be an expert for some shit I don't even get down with.
You see, you know what, though, exclusive? That's the whole point. That's the whole point of knowing what you're doing, because if you're a giver, if you're a pleaser, if you watch and you learn. See, it's not about knowing what I'm doing when I'm walking in. It's about finding out what you like along the process and then teach you some shit you didn't know you like. That's the whole process.
For the most part, but you still got to come to me when you can't come to me and say, "Oh, I want to tie you up and swing you around on the first day." That's not some shit I'm into. That might be what everybody else was into. I'm not into that shit. Do not strangle me. I may take that as a threat and knock you in your shit for real. Let's make sure we're on the same page before you just dive in there. Everybody else might like that shit, but I might knock you. So we want to talk about that. All I'm saying is don't come with a preconceived notion that because you had 100 bodies, that's what 101 like. Because Melissa exclusive, may be on some different shit.
And bro, sex is.
I appreciate the experience. At least if I say, yeah, I like all this, you like, boom, I got you. But my G spot may be closer to the bottom, and shorty before me might have been at the top. So you still got to learn what you're doing.
No, you got to.
Okay, the Finn, you had something to say, Finn.
I was just gonna say a lot of women will get with a man and stick with a man without the experience, but then they kind of step out on that man to get some experience. You know what I'm saying? In my big hoe days, Don, I was a side piece, and many a woman would say, "I wish my boyfriend would do it like this." And well, you got to go home and teach him now. Now that you've learned that you like this, you get to go home and teach him. And so, yeah, the experience does count for something.
I'm not saying. I told you I value the experience. I told
you. We're not saying that doesn't count.
Dude, bro,
she don't value the experience because she said over 40 is too much. 40 is you get the experience of your life. What are you talking about?
Right, at 30, you don't know what you're doing if you're 30.
You asked her number. You asked her specifically what her number was, and she gave it to you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's my standard, not yours or any other woman's. But at the same time, I'm asking to see if you can control your urges, because people get to the triple digits in sex. Do you think that's attractive? Do you think that that's the man that I want? I don't want a nigga in triple digits with a whole bunch of, I'm not gonna, no disrespect, but a whole bunch of baby moms and having kids out of wedlock, all that shit for no reason, because you can't control yourself. You know what I'm saying? I want to know that stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a difference too between having sex and being reckless. Like, I have one child, you know what I'm saying? And after that, I've never had no other child, and I did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't out here just throwing it out and just got lucky, like I was gambling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't just rolling the dice with my, with my sperm or with my health.
Thank you, McFam. That's all I'm saying. Is an aspect to your body count that I was trying to throw in.
You know what's ironic about all of this is that on the second or third date, dudes they act like we're not getting asked out daily. That we're not saying no daily. That we're not, and then on a third date, on a second date, they feel like they paid for too many chicken wings and burgers for them not to be getting no ass. And I'm just like, based on what you guys are laid out, that that happens to us, that we get approached often, that we say no often, and you're still expecting women to give out in the first and third dates and have low body counts. So you can't have it both ways. Either you want a woman that, okay, you can have it both ways, but you got to shut the fuck up about it, because you can't possibly value women that are giving it up every third date when they're getting asked out 10 times a week. Yeah, and how? Because you feel like you special than somebody else? You're not. You're not.
Honestly though, most women aren't being asked out. They're being asked for sex. They're being asked to come over and chill. But I've had this
conversation before where
how do you know that? Prove it, because I get asked out at least 4 times a week, and most of these are guys who work at my job.
Yeah. So a lot of that is men will put a certain amount of effort into getting some pussy, and then once that effort is, they have a max, they have a cap on, this is how much effort I'm putting in to get some pussy, and if you don't, if you are not putting out the pussy after that amount of effort, then they're going to move on to get some pussy. I mean, that means that they're not serious about starting a relationship with you. That means they're not interested in a relationship with you, but they want to fuck. Men want to fuck. Women want to fuck. It's natural to want to fuck.
Yeah.
But if somebody says after the third date and you're not giving me no pussy, so they stop talking to you, that means they didn't want to talk to you. They just wanted some pussy.
So you're admitting that men who want something more are gonna wait longer.
Ooh,
no.
Men have an amount.
No, you're saying no. So which one is it, Finn? Do the men who want more wait longer, or do they not wait longer?
It's everything that you're saying all at the same time, because each individual is different. A man has a set standard of effort that he is willing to put in.
Wait. Let me answer this one.
Wait. So how is a woman supposed? Wait. So how is a woman?
No, Pin, let her speak, because I want to answer this.
No. How is a woman supposed to decipher between you being fed up after 3 days, even though you say you like her, versus you being fed up after 3 days because you just wanted some pussy anyway? How is she supposed to decipher that? Give us the clues. Give us the game.
You know
Give us
how?
the game.
You're not.
How?
Good luck with that shit.
How?
That is just like.
What do you mean good luck? What do you mean good luck? You mean that there's no possible way because y'all?
There's no definitive way to know. No, you just don't. You don't know until after you know. You got to have better fucking judgment in people. But it's the same thing we go through and trying to figure out if this is a whore. Hold on. Wait. I just let you speak. Let me say something back, love. Let me say something back.
You're meaning after.
Wait, let me say something back. This is the same way that we go out and we spend money. And I don't know if you're there for my money. I don't know if you're there because you're bored and you want me to take you out on a date. And I don't know if you're a fucking whore that let 5 other dudes smash this week. And I'm the only dude that's taking you out. I don't know none of that. I got to, good luck. This is what dating is. I got to go through that. You got to go through that. We both have our chances that we take on each other. But my thing is just come in and be honest with yourself and be honest with the other person. That's your best chance, but there's no guaranteed way. There's no guaranteed way out of that.
So you don't see no contradiction in that, Mr.
No, you set the boundaries. You set the boundaries for yourself.
I'm asking Mr. McFan. No, you don't see no contradiction in that at all.
What contradiction?
Finn. Because like you just literally stated, hey, you got to take the chance. So if I'm taking a chance, if I'm going out with you and we on day 3, and I'm like, you know what, I really like this dude, I just don't want to go there with him right now. And you say, I really like this girl, but now I need some ass.
No, that's not it. If I really like you, and we on day 3, 4, and you're not putting up, what it is you're playing games one way or another. Either you trying to hold off to see how long I'm gonna wait, or you don't really like me like that. One way or another, I'm moving on. Even if I really like you, I can like you all day long. But at the end of the day, this is not how the game is played. You're playing around, and I'm being serious and open and honest with you. The only thing I'm wasting is my time and my fucking money, and so I'll go waste my time and money with somebody else.
Okay, so what if she's paying for every other date and she's still not doing it? Because that's not stop. Nope. Because you're literally saying even if she likes you and she's not ready, she's playing.
No, see, you know what? What you're doing is changing the rules. I'm gonna tell you like this.
I'm not changing the rules.
Hold on, I'm 45. I've had women take me on dates, but it's never been a woman I just met that was like, "Oh, let me take you out on a date." That does not happen. Women are like, chase me, vet me, get to know me, court me, and all that other shit. So
I didn't say that.
We're talking 3 or 4 dates. If we're talking 3 or 4 dates, then she ain't paying for shit.
She pays for every other date. I specifically said if she pays for every other date while y'all are dating. So you paid the first one, she paid the second one.
That's never happened.
The third one,
Okay. That never happened. April, that's never happened to me.
That's never happened. No woman has said, let me pay for the second date.
I've been on a million dates, and that's never happened.
Never the woman said, I enjoyed this first date so much, I'm going to pay for you for the second date.
Never fucking happened. It has never happened.
Well, I'm sorry. I actually like the dudes that I go on a second date with, so I can't answer that. I'm sorry about that.
You ain't shit. You funny for that.
Because if you took me out and I enjoyed the fuck out of myself, the next time we go out, I got that. Like, no problem. Like, that's who I am. I can't speak for everybody else. But I'm just simply saying, like, if I'm not ready by the 3rd date or the 4th date, and I'm just like, hey, I want to see where this is going. I want to know more about this dude. And you automatically put me in the conversation.
So let me put myself in your fantasy land. I'll answer your question.
Fantasy land.
I'm gonna put myself in your land. Let me answer your question. It's gonna be the answer that you wanted to.
Oh
no,
my God.
This is the answer that you really wanted. If I'm putting forth time and effort, and you are showing me time and effort in return, we good to go. That's all that you get. If you can return that energy to me and that effort, and you calling and you asking me out on dates and you paying and you doing the same, you putting forth the energy that I'm putting forth, then we good to go. But see, this is what happens. Men take our women. We think of the date. We plan it. We go pay for it. We go, and all y'all do is sit back and enjoy yourselves. Then we go do it again. And then we go do it again. And so 3, 4 dates in, it's not, oh, I thought of 2 dates and I planned out 2 dates and you thought of 2 dates and you planned. That's not reality of what happens to most of us. What happens to most of us is I've been working 3 or 4 dates and she's been chilling 3 or 4 dates. And now she want to say, oh, well, I don't want to come upstairs because I don't feel comfortable. I don't know you well enough to let you come in my house yet. Bitch, you know enough. Don't grab Lex. You knew me then. We were best friends then.
Hold on, Fan. I just want to ask the beautiful ladies on here. Ladies, when your man takes you out, do you ever, when you want to see him again, do you ever think about paying for the date the next time?
I have, and I have been the person that paid for the first date.
Okay.
I mean,
what about you, Don?
We've gone out, and because I know that men feel that type of way, like if it's a dude I'm mad cool with and I got it, then yeah, I don't mind paying for myself or paying for the both of us. That's just who I am when I'm in that predicament. Do I also like being initiated or paid for first? Of course, because 9 times out of 10, not saying that he doesn't, I say that all the time, I handle a lot of my own shit. So it's nice to be pampered. It's not that I'm trying to take advantage of the dude in a negative way. It's just, it's nice to be in the company of a man that wants to just like let you relax, chill, be on him, save your $2 to put on another bill or some shit like that. So it's not, I get it, but yeah, I have offered to pay for the first date. I don't give a fuck if we going out for high school.
Let me ask you
this. Second. What about Don? What about Don?
Exclusive. Let me ask you this question.
Don, let Don answer before you start. Benny, I asked the women.
Ask Exclusive a follow-up question to what she just said. Exclusive. If you're feeling that man and you're paying for these dates, how many dates, if you're sexually ready to fuck him, how many dates are you taking him out on, paying for it? And if he's not reciprocating that sexual desire that you have for him, how many times are you going to finance these dates and take him out and spend that time if he's not reciprocating that energy back to you?
I mean, I'm on the same page as where we were before. Once I lose interest, that's it. But I'm at least going to communicate. I mean, I don't have a number because that depends on how much I'm feeling them. You know what I mean? So I can't put that in a box per se, but it would definitely be.
Are you taking him out on 20 dates where you're ready at this date, and 20 dates later? Are you going in and are you paying and spending the time, energy, and planning these dates? Are you making this effort 20 plus times if he's not reciprocating that energy that you have?
Why gotta be 20 days?
Reciprocating the energy, no, but I can also tell you this, Finn, coming from where I've come from, or coming from the religious background I was in, when I was very heavy in the church, I was celibate for years at a time. I was celibate all the way up until I did marry the last husband. May he rest wherever he's at. But the moral of the story is simply that, yeah, I kept my legs closed, but that was my choice.
I want to ask a general question.
Courting me during all of that to say, so when he was courting me, because it took about 3 years, when he was courting me, yeah, he was absolutely taking me out, absolutely breaking bread, but he wasn't getting no hoo-ha because that was just against the rules in the community we lived in, according to the standards we decided to honor. So it depends.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. Y'all had set boundaries and y'all adhered to that, and that's fine. But if now you were feeling a guy and you were taking him out and you're like, I really like your company, I'm planning these dates, I want to take you out. How many times are you going to do that without feeling that reciprocated energy?
I definitely, if I'm not feeling the reciprocated energy, and for me, that's not necessarily sex, but it's all a vibe. So it all leads to me then being sexually attracted to you. If I felt like you was like, oh, well, thank you, and then I don't hear from you again until you're ready for me to pay for your food, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pump the brakes, but it's going to be a conversation.
Hold on, I got a question. You say you made a person wait 3 years?
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like, do y'all didn't even let Don? That's why I didn't want him to interrupt, because I didn't want Don to get bamboozled in the deal.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Don.
Hold on, Don. I'm gonna let you. For 3 years?
Let the Don talk. Yeah.
No, exactly. Hold on. I can't get past.
I tried.
In front of the church. Like I said.
Why 3 years?
Informed and very aware. The service size between my thighs is a special cut and it's very rare.
But I got a problem with that. I'm not gonna wait 3 years. You don't make this nigga wait 2 days.
That's your problem.
I'm not doing that.
It was worth it. So what?
You make
Why do y'all always assume
You made this dude
that
wait 2
because
weeks to get the
hold
code.
on, TK,
You were trying to make me wait
I
3
didn't make
years.
him do anything. I didn't make him do anything.
TK,
And then Don, I really need you to say what you had to say, Mama. I didn't make him do anything. That was the choice. That's what he was willing to do in order to have me. He could have did something else. That was his choice. He could have been fucking somebody else. That was his choice. But who he wasn't fucking was me. Go ahead, Don.
bitch.
No, I'm just know where to start.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have. What, 3 years? You cool? Nah.
TK, that was their religion. That was what they were doing. Like you
Yeah.
can't say
Hey, my life not hers. Nah.
No doubt about it. At the time, that's what it was. Go ahead,
3
Dawn,
years?
for the 3,000th time.
Yeah, thank you. Like, wow.
3 years?
somebody mute TK.
That's the problem. That's the problem. We can't mute TK.
You can't mute me.
Bruh, I don't know.
Right now, play your shit.
Only thing I'm gonna say right now is, bro, we just gotta have speaking etiquette on the platform, like where everybody can speak. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't even know where to start. I've been chimed in long
3 years?
See, and what the fuck? We need to have some etiquette, bro. Like, just as far as people speaking at one at a time, and then a little bit of just like, not too much of a tangent, but just get straight to the point, answer the question, let the other person speak. That's all I'm gonna say.
For 3 years? Nah. No. What? Like, just go off. I'm gonna drop myself. I'm gonna drop myself down. 3 years?
But see, that's what I was talking about earlier. You ain't got no control. You ain't got no self-control. Talking about you can't wait. What is your limit on wait? Do you wait at all for anything?
Look,
after 2 burgers, Don, they be mad.
Wait a minute.
They be mad after 2 burgers.
Hey, first of all, look, I don't have to wait. I am him.
That's nasty. That's nasty too.
How that's nasty?
You don't wait.
I say I don't have to. That don't mean I don't wait. I'll wait if I want to. If I feel like it.
Well, thank you for clarifying that you do wait, because you did not clarify at all that you wait at all.
If I want to. If I don't want to, no. What?
What is your maximum? Like, how long will you wait for a woman?
Okay, so I always give women 90 days.
I'm just feeling contradictory on that. I just call cap.
Like Steve Harvey.
There's nothing.
Well, see what you don't understand. Like, okay, I give a woman 90 days. Doesn't mean that's the only one I'm entertaining. So I give you 90 days, but I'm entertaining other women at the same time. So I really don't care. You got 90 days.
Do you tell her that, or do you just hide it?
Yes, I tell females that you got 90 days. What?
No, you.
No. You tell them you have 90 days. Listen, and in that 90 days, I'm gonna be smashing other girls.
Listen, we're Facebook Live. I have a lot of my exes on my Facebook Live. They can contest that I didn't told them. Now you got 90 days. I don't have to make.
Did you tell them? Did you tell them? Wait, hold on. Did you tell them they had 90 days, and during that 90 days, you were gonna be smashing somebody else?
They already knew I was talking to different women.
Are you sure?
Oh, positive.
And are you assuming, or did you tell them?
I told them. They see my what?
No.
Look,
okay. Look. If you told them, I'll shut up. But if you didn't, that's
one thing and two things. I can't get caught up if I tell you the truth.
That's true. I do that too. That's my tactic.
Look, it's either you gonna rock with it or you're not gonna rock with it. Look, see,
bro. How long
look, I'm a guy in my own world. If you don't like it, you don't have to be in my world. I don't care.
I want to see what the other men say about this.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you wait for a woman?
I mean, it's about the reciprocated energy for me. So I'm not putting a fucking exact amount of time for it. It's about the feeling that I have with that person. I do have an amount of effort I'm going to put in until I get some get back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there is a certain amount of if you're not reaching out to me, if you're not making time for me, if you're not making yourself available and stuff like that, yeah, I mean, the cutoff game quick. But
look, are you gonna wait 3 years? Are you waiting 3 years?
I'm not. No, I'm not waiting 3 years, but I'm not in that situation. And for the man to wait 3 years, that's his decision. And it's okay for the woman to set the boundaries, and it's okay for the man to set the boundaries. If your boundaries is 90 days, I'm cool with that as long as the woman's cool with that. If my boundary is 2 days, I'm cool with that if the woman's cool with that. If the woman's boundary is 3 weeks, it's about grown-ups making grown-up decisions and being okay with making the choices that they make. And I don't have a time frame because everybody's different and the situations are different.
So let me sum that up to you. If he gonna get the coup do tomorrow, he gonna get the coup do tomorrow. It don't have a time frame. That's what he said. It can happen in 2 hours. It can happen in 30 days. It can happen sporadic. It doesn't. He don't have a time.
It don't have a time.
So what it sounds like is that no matter what reciprocatory behavior happens, whether she's paying for dates, whether she's calling and texting you first in the morning or what afternoon or whatever, she's reciprocating outside of sex, you're not gonna take it valuable or serious until she
wait,
gives you sex.
please let me get this. Please let me get it. Please. I'm gonna be short. I promise.
You can't get it. Hold on.
Hold on.
Go ahead, microphone. Go off.
Finn specifically said, and I'm listening because he said exactly what I was gonna say. He said he does not matter. He doesn't count time. He counts energy and reciprocation. Long as you're giving him energy and reciprocation, and correct me if I'm wrong, Finn, that's exactly what you said. Long as you're giving me energy and giving me effort, then we good. I'm not even tripping on the time, and that's how I am. So you just took that and said exactly opposite. The only thing that matters is sex. That's not what he said.
But TK specifically said, "Are you willing to wait 3 years?" If he's getting reciprocatory energy for 3 years, what the hell is TK talking about?
But you also get in 3 years without dropping no balls.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
he said, "Are you willing to wait for?" Okay, my point is, TK said, "If you're willing to wait for 3 years," he said, "No."
No.
And this is after the fact that he admitted reciprocating energy was important and needed and whatever the case is. So in the end, y'all's definition of reciprocating energy is coochie.
No, it's not. No, it's specifically not that. He just said listen, love. Listen. We're not gonna get anywhere if we keep talking over each other. Let me just say this. He said specifically that the vagina is the last thing that matters as long as she's giving him energy. So that does not matter. At the end of the day though, my bathroom is not the most important room in my house, but if I buy a house, it's going to have a bathroom in it. Meaning if I settle down with somebody, we are going to be fucking because I'm not celibate. So if I meet somebody and she say she's celibate, we not dating. It's just all to it. I'm not waiting 3 years because why? Why? I don't have 3 years to walk around here with no hard dick. It's just not what I feel like doing for the next fucking 900 and something days. I don't feel like doing that for 1,000 days.
So your answer is yes. If
go ahead, go off, Finn.
The answer is this, April.
Oh
it's
my God.
It's not moving to the next level without sex. I am not moving into the next level of a relationship.
You are admitting what I just said. You're admitting what I just said.
No, you are trying to change the narrative. If we're talking about,
I'm not.
Yes, listen. Just listen. Just listen. If we're talking about dating and the reciprocated energy of you texting and us meeting and laughing and having fun together and shit like that, yeah, it's cool. After a certain level, it just becomes and remains friendship. It's just a friendship relationship. Until that sexual next advancement of the relationship happens, it's not moving forward. If it stays stagnant in one place, that's where it is. It's just friendship. And so it can be a reciprocated friendship, but it's not moving to the next level until you have that.
Sex is the so in the end.
Hold on, Don. Go ahead and speak your piece. Then after the Don, we have April.
Got you. Yeah, I'm with April on this one because she's trying to decipher what is reciprocating energy from y'all, because you're saying, oh, it doesn't matter what time frame that it comes down to having sex and things like that. But you're saying that I won't wait 3 years. Your answer is supposed to be yes, that I would wait 3 years if she's reciprocating my energy, because there's no time frame on reciprocated energy. But then you said, since you said no, you said the determining factor in you going forward with that person was sex. So we're still going down to, you're not, if she's not giving it up and you having to wait at whatever amount of time, your determining factor is still sex. It's not just the reciprocated energy. You can't say that anymore because you said yes to you said no to the 3 years of waiting, but you don't know, like, what if I wanted to? I'm not comfortable yet in whatever time frame it is for me. But you should say yes.
Repeat yourself again, bro, please.
And I agree with what you said. And what I said specifically was that, yes, the reciprocated energy is there. I don't have a specific amount of time, but there is a time frame. There is a time frame, but I do not have it's not across the board. It's not every woman has this amount of time. It's every situation is different. Every relationship is different. There is a different energy in between us. There is a different kind of reciprocation of energy between two different individuals. So even the reciprocated energy is different in every relationship. But correct. I am not celibate, and sex is important in the relationship. And so I am not moving forward without it.
That was good insight, but we get into the final 2 hours and 30 minutes of this podcast, man. Eric Hurd, you've been solid for a second. I want you to come up here. I know you've been listening. Can you give us your final thought on what's going on or the topic? Mr. Eric Curry in the building. I don't think he's present. But okay, so yeah, I was waiting on Mr. Eric Curry to give his final thoughts, but okay, so the person that has spoke the least, exclusive.
Have I actually spoken the least today?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I've just been listening. Where do you want me to start?
Just the final thought of this topic of
what's the actual question I'm answering, because it's been split into a lot of shit.
Okay, so the last question was just the time frame.
Okay, so my perception is my reality. So in my reality, I am within I am kind of round robin here. I do feel like there is a certain point where I feel like once we've been out, we've been communicating, we've been exchanging vibes, we've been exchanging conversation. There's going to come a time where we are now, or at least I can't speak for the other individual. I am now ready for the fields. I'm ready to take it to another level. I'm ready to introduce you to me exclusively and take it to my definition of the next level of passion, trust, relationship, longevity, or whatever. That is my offering to you because it's my choice to give it, right? So when that time comes for me, is the only time I'm going to be able to offer it to you. Now, bringing that Brown to the next point, I don't know if that will be in 2 months, 2 years, 2 decades. I don't know when that time is going to click. Is it going to be instantaneous? No, because you can't possibly know. I can't possibly know everything I need to know to make that decision in a 2-day, 2-week period. I'm also going to hope that you're not taking me on 4 dates in the same week and hoping that by Saturday afternoon, I'm ready to fuck, because it's just not going that way. I feel like dates kind of come with your experience, one with another. If you're rushing me just so that you can get some coochie or kooknoo, then you might as well go ahead and hit the other bitches that you're going to hit while you're waiting for me to make a decision anyway, because I'm not doing it. It just is my value. That's how I feel. So again, it's my reality. At the end of the day, do I think it's fucked up to say that because I am a person who was like, yeah, I don't want to be devalued by letting every third date hit, which is why I'm a fucking homebody. I don't go nowhere. Y'all know I don't leave here till y'all show up. I'm a homebody. You know why? Because I don't want to give the pussy to everybody, and everybody ain't welcome here. I mean, no offense. Some people know where I live, but they don't even have my apartment number. It's just a certain level of comfortability. I don't care who you are. It's my thing. It's my space. It's my energy to choose when to share it. Now, once I do that, I don't want to feel like I have to do that within a certain period of time. Oh, I really like this motherfucker, but I'm 2 days away from it being 90 days and I still ain't gave him the pussy. So now the ultimatum is, do I sleep with this nigga premature when I'm ready? Or do I try to sleep with him so that I could possibly grab him? Because let's go all the way back to last week. You said if the coop nuke wasn't no good, it doesn't matter who the fuck I am or how dope I am. You walking out any motherfucking way. So it's a lose-lose for me at the end. So I'm gonna give it to you when I want to.
Cert.
That's my
even when I give it to you, you're not guaranteed to stay. So I can wait.
Never.
And you still, and then so we're damned if we do, damned if we don't, bruh. Like
we really are. Because if you're not ready, if you're not
double standards.
They're gonna put you in a category like you're playing games, like you're using it for chicken wings. I ain't got time for that shit.
And if I give it up too soon, you're gonna think that I'm for everybody, and you're not gonna want to wife me anyway.
Double standards.
Facts.
I got myself muted. My apologies, but I had to mute everybody. Everybody muted, but yeah, we here. It's 2:30. 2 hours and 30 minutes that we've been on here, and to thank everybody that was a part of this podcast. Finn the Human, the Don exclusive, April, Eric Curry, Microphone McFan. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that was in the comment section. Shout out to everybody that was watching and paying attention and being involved. So I appreciate y'all coming on this platform. But this is Poetry Life, and we're gonna end with a poem, but I want y'all to know what we have going on. We have some special things going on. We have a new poet to Poetry Life, Microphone McFan, one of the all-star, bringing us to the stage, bring fire bars, so it's crazy. So yeah, y'all gonna see a lot from Microphone McFan. But yeah, September the 2nd, we have our event. I'm gonna start making the flyers. I'm gonna start putting that. Hey, we got dope poets that's gonna be in attendance. Hey, we're gonna have the 2-time reigning champion, Finn the Human, in the building. Yes, he is. He's gonna be there. Fire spins nothing but bars. When we have the Diddy the Don, the exclusive, we're gonna have Eric Curry, have Microphone McFan, we're gonna have hosting Nikki Royale. So we're gonna be in the building. So we're gonna make this fire, but yeah, we have Poetry at the Dark Friday. Let me put that in there too. But also we got 10 for your cap. I know I've been putting that on the back burner, but I'm gonna bring it. Look, I'm just been trying to secure some things, but we're gonna keep that rolling. But again, Poetry at the Dark on Fridays at 9 o'clock. And also, Real Talk with the Poets, we here. So we're gonna leave with the Diddy the Don giving a poem. Yeah, well, I'm gonna put you on main frame, yeah. Hey, I think you're the perfect person to end this podcast with a poem. So, it's all on you. Do you want center stage or you want to leave you in the group?
Center stage, she the love poet.
I need that.
Okay. Look, it's on you.
Ooh, okay. Because I had some wine. Okay, hold on. Let me see what I'm gonna do. It's just me, myself, and intellect. All that I do when I get home is recollect all the things that I did and all the things that I said and how much I really love the smell of raw bread. But don't ask why. Because when I think high. I don't think low. When I think of all the beautiful places I can go, I could lounge on an island and eat a mango. I could go sightseeing in Paris and watch the city glow. I just think faster than I blink. And when I blink, it sinks that I'm magical. That when I use this weapon called my brain, it drives people insane because of this inhumane intellectual divinity. It's like literally as if God said, here's some thoughts now, make use of these. So I ponder, letting my thoughts take me farther and farther into this place, something like glue where every thought sticks. And when it sticks, it clicks that I'm powerful. It's like the world is a big canvas and I'm Picasso. So watch out, because I don't really know how far these thoughts go. So be mindful that this mind's full of ideas and innovations, constantly creating creations. I mean, what more do you expect when it's just me, myself, and intellect?
Fire, fire, fire.
Yeah, that was dope.
Mindful. Hey, fire, man. Hey, the done. Hey,
Vibes.
I'm probably one of your biggest fan, man. Like for real, I'm probably one of your biggest fan. But microphone fan. Hey, I just want to give a special shout out. Go ahead, give out your handle and show, tell people where to find you at.
You can find me IG, Facebook, pretty much all the social medias under exactly that microphone, McFan or Danny McFan. And shout out to Poetry Life, all of the people, the enjoyment, the love, the energy, you know what I'm saying? It's something different, man.
Most definitely. And Eric Curry, we've been trying to get you on here, man. I see you moving in the background. I don't know if you can hear us or not, but like if you can hear us, come forth and say a couple words before we get up out of here, man.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, he's there. He's there, man. Hold up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had to get on the road to go jump off something real quick, but I appreciate seeing y'all tonight. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Monday. If you are looking for more of Eric, you can go to Peculiar Sound ENT1 on YouTube to look at my show. We got 6 episodes up. And if that's not enough for you, we got merch that's live through the link either on YouTube, or you can go to my page on Facebook and you can go buy my merchandise with my face on it. It's available out there now. No, I'm not giving out any discounts. Full price always. But yes, that's what I got.
Speak on it. Speak on it. No discount.
Oh, I'm my fault. The Don. Go ahead and hey, shout out your info, man.
Okay, it's the Dawn, like the morning sun, guys. You can find me on Instagram at Adonis, ADONESSS. You can find me on my YouTube channel at Awakening222 and on Facebook at Adonis Wilburn. And, Poetry Life is the platform. Subscribe to Black Room Media. You know the vibes.
And we got exclusive. You on mute too. You on mute too. Yeah. I'm not the only one.
What's up, y'all? Shout out, it is your girl exclusive. I keep it 100 because anything less is somebody else. And in the words of Pastor Eric Curry, I am too big for that. Shout out to Poetry Life. We are the gang. If it ain't Poetry Life, it ain't poetry, because if it ain't pouring in and giving you life, then what is it doing? Are you not entertained, but more so, do you not feel fulfilled? Do you not feel that wisdom, that love? Don't you feel that comfort? I mean, come on. Here's the thing. Shout out to McFan. That touched me in so many ways you just don't even understand. Because I heard your words the other day when you said about being around a lot of people. So for you to be able to sit back and relax and chill and kick it, it means a lot to us, because this is what we're trying to represent on some real shit. Anyway, y'all can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook under Melissa the Exclusive. You can find me on TikTok under Exclusive Rain. If you find any one of these people, you can find me. We are connected. So if you see them, you see me. If you see me, you can find them. If you have any questions, hit the inbox. Don't come with nothing crazy, because we gang for real. Shout out to those that are here today. Shout out to Zoe Zion. Always our love to Miss Nana. Nana. Shout out to Black Jane. I know she's studying, working. We love you guys. Shout out to Justice. We love you too. And anybody else who wasn't able to make it tonight. But again, you can catch me on Fridays, 9 p.m. for Poetry After Dark. You can see me here every Sunday at 7:30. Pull up. We here. keep your eyes and ears out for September because we got something special planned for y'all.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact, mate. And like I said, y'all already know this. Poetry Life Gang. We here every week. So stay tuned and see what we got going on. And also remember, September the 2nd is going down. Just remember, hey, when I start throwing new tickets out there, the flyers and stuff. Hey, you want to reserve your seat because we're gonna bring nothing but hot fire, new location, fire food, fire entertainment. Hey, what else you gonna do? Pull up. Until then, you already know what it is. TkDaPoet, you already know, so you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Yeah, I wrote it. And you know what it is? I'm too fire. Like a lighter in the match. Yeah, that's too fire.